fans. I'm your host for Game Day Hawk Talk, Cheyenne Jacobs, and I'm joined by our co-host,
Emma Welch.
And we have a very special guest here today, President of Dickinson State. I'll have you introduce yourself.
Well, Scott Molander, 14th President, Dickinson State University.
And Dickinson State alum.
Yes.
Might I add.
Class of 88.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so we'll jump right into it on this cold tailgate morning. I think it's still morning. When you look around at the crowd and you see all the blue, even if it's at other sporting events other than football, what goes through your mind as president of DSU?
Fantastic support, community support, the alumni support, and, of course, the student support.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's definitely a fun atmosphere to be part of as a student as well.
Absolutely.
So, do you have any favorite DSU game day traditions or memories from your time here, whether it's a student or alum or president?
As a student, the basketball team, we used to fall behind the marching band on Saturday mornings and follow the marching band in, which is why I want to get the marching band. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to tell you what happened after that, but we used to follow the marching band into the stadium.
That's kind of a cool, probably created a pretty cool atmosphere.
Yeah, we used to come all the way down there. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, for sure. What's your favorite part about watching the Blue Hawks compete?
Thinking about how hard you compete here and how hard you're going to have to compete in life after you leave campus. That's what athletics teaches you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you started your company after you left here, and now look at you, you're back as president.
Yes, I am. Lucky to be here, too.
So, DSU is known for its tight-knit community. I mean, just sitting in this tailgate, interacting with people, I mean, I see, even though you've been gone for a while over in Indianapolis, now you're back, people just, it's a close-knit community. And how do you think that this helps the team maintain the family feel on campus?
Well, they know we're here to support them at all times, and I think when it comes to the family feel on campus is everybody is friendly. You know, everybody smiles. Sure. Everybody's got a bad day, but all you got to do is smile and don't be so grumpy, even though it is cold out.
Yeah, it's quite chilly here today. I'm not the warmest right now.
Yeah, come on, suck it up.
I know.
You got any Scandinavian blood in you?
You want your blanket back, Cheyenne?
Huh?
You want your blanket back?
Nah, I'm good. Thanks.
Okay.
So, what do you think? Who do you think has the most energy on game day? Cheer team, you, or the football team?
Definitely not me, especially by the end of the day. The end of the day gets me. Both are fantastic. The cheer team, I don't know what we'd do without them in front of the crowd, and they're working hard. And it's going to be a fun day to watch them because it's cold out there.
Yeah,
so they're really going to be hopping.
Yeah, it's nice and chilly.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you had to, get in the locker room at halftime of this football game today, and you had to give a pep talk to the team, what would your message be?
It would be really short.
Yeah.
And all I do is think about the traditions, and I just say push, push, push.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
Just get that motivation going.
Let's go.
We'll move on to predictions now. So Frontier Conference predictions. I'll start. Eastern Oregon versus Montana Western. I'm going to take Montana Western in this. I'm going to take Western.
I'm also taking Western.
So me too.
Okay. Arizona Christian versus College of Idaho. I don't
I'm
know.
going Idaho.
Idaho?
Yep.
Idaho? Okay.
I'm going to go Arizona. I don't know.
Tech versus Rocky. I feel like that's going to be a pretty good game, but I think still Tech's going to come out on top.
Me too.
I think it'll be Tech, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. We're on the same page all day here. All right, Carroll versus Southern Oregon. I can't ever root for Carroll, so I'm going to go Southern Oregon.
Okay, I'll go with that one, I guess, if you can't ever do it. I don't want to buck Cheyenne or Emma.
You're not going for Carroll?
No, absolutely not.
All right, I'll go Southern Oregon as well.
Okay. All right, the lesser DSU, Dakota State versus Mayville. I don't like to cheer for either team, but I'd rather have Mayville win over Dak State because the lesser DSU is just not it.
We're going for the Comets.
Okay. Comets?
Yep.
We're in agreement on that one?
Yeah, I'm Comets, yeah.
All right, and then finally, our game, MSU-Northern versus your Dickinson State Blue Hawks. I'm going to say, obviously, our Blue Hawks.
Yes.
I'm going to say 21-14 Blue Hawks.
I'm going to go Blue Hawks. I'm going to say 38. I don't even know if that's possible.
Wow.
That's why I struggle with these scores, because I don't know football scores. 38-27. I think it's going to be close.
38-27. Interesting choice
cool
there,
guess.
Emma.
It's a cool guess.
Interesting choice. Okay.
I don't know.
President Molander?
28-14. Hawks.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Derek.
We'll
All
see.
right.
We'll see who wins this.
All right.
Well, thank you so
got
much.
$5 on this?
I don't think I can gamble on
you
live
can't
TV.
gamble. Okay, all right.
But maybe we'll see. Well, thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate you,
Awesome.
and we're super excited that you're our president
Thank
this
you.
year, and we'll continue
Just
to
this
have
year?
you. No, you're staying.
okay.
Oh, you're sticking around. We're
All
not
right.
letting you leave. Don't
All right.
worry.
Awesome.
You're sticking around.
We have
All
at
right.
least 2 years left.
Yeah, you at least have to
You
stay
gotta
till I
make
graduate.
that.
Okay.
You
all
don't.
right.
You don't get an option in this one.
All right.
This is not an interim thing. You gotta stay.
I'll be here as long as you want me.
Thank you so much, and tune in next week to Hawk Talk, where we take on Montana Tech in our final home game of the season. Enjoy the game, and as always, Hawks are up.
Hawks are up.
Hey, welcome back again, everyone, to the BAC, where we're getting set to go to work this afternoon here in Dickinson. Of course, Jim up in Kildare. We're in Dickinson. Great to be with you here on a breezy south wind Saturday afternoon. Temperatures have warmed up a little bit. The winds died down about 15 to 20 now out of the south. And our temperature reading, as the sun beginning to peek through here in Dickinson, has moderated into that low to mid 40-degree range. So kind of a typical November day as the two teams out at the 50-yard line ready to witness the coin toss, and we'll see who's going to receive the football and who's going to kick the football off. Again, both these teams looking for that first division win, conference win, we should say, this afternoon here in Dickinson. Dickinson won the earlier matchup 33-16, the non-divisional game up in Havre, Montana. Dahlgren, Waters out there, Clark out there for Dickinson State, and also out there for Dickinson State, big number 56, Carson Lunick, the talented senior offensive center. Northern Lights in the colorful white uniforms with the maroon trim numerals and helmet. Dickinson State all blue with the white numerals. Here we go, the coin toss complete. And let's see what we've got here. Now they're going to flip them around a little bit. Silado won the coin toss. Dennis Reef, our referee, signals Dickinson State won the coin toss. They deferred. And they will kick off. MSU-Northern elected to receive the football, so we're ready to go to work here. And all of a sudden, the sun's starting to peek out Saturday afternoon here at the Bijou Activity Center. The officiating crew again, Dennis Reef, the referee, Martin Fisher, Dr. Ducher, Becker, and Meyer. These young men and are all out of the Bismarck, Mandan, North Dakota area, and a great crew that works a lot of Frontier Conference games, especially from Billings to Dickinson to Valley City to Mayville and even down to Madison. So we're about ready to go, and the sun's starting to crack through here on a Saturday afternoon. Again, Dickinson State comes in on the season 2-6, MSU-Northern 1-7, Dickinson State 0-4 in division play, MSU-Northern 0-3. Dropping back to receive will be Benson and Aaron, so they'll drop back to receive for the Knights of MSU-Northern back in the north end. They'll head to the south end into the wind, so Aaron's will drop back. So Aaron's one of the deep guys, and Benson one of the deep guys, and approaching the ball will be the young man, Quinn Kaplan out of Wyoming. He will do the kicking duties for Dickinson State. He has taken over the place kicking and the PAT and field goals. Ty Nelson, the Dickinson Eye product, still does the punting. There's a high end short kick down to about the 10-yard line. Going to be fielded there and brought back across the 25 out to near the 30-yard line, and finally run out of bounds that time after a return of about 15 yards is MSU Northern, and that's where they'll go to work. First and 10. And let's see where they put the football down at the 28-yard line. So MSU-Northern will take over. Nice crowd, not too bad of a crowd here. Suites are plumb full today with the weather a little colder on about 8 in the upper deck, and in the middle deck about 10 suites, and they're jammed full of people inside and outside, but the stands even not too bad. Ready to go to work. Let's see who they got at quarterback. They listed, again, their freshman starters, and again, O'Neill will work at quarterback. There's a handoff. Straight ahead, not much doing as they go to Roman Bradley, their leading rusher, and Bradley stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Riley Waters up there to put the hit on him. So no gain on the play. Bring up a 2nd down and 10. So 2nd down and 10. Again, Dickinson State at home the last 2 games. MSU-Northern today, Montana Tech next weekend. Might be Maroney back in there now at quarterback. Let's wait and see. They put a man in motion. Maroney is in there. There's the fake of the handoff. Maroney drops out. He's going to run with it. Breaks the tackle at the 28. Gets across the 29 to the 30-yard line before he's slung down. And the Hawks make massive changes defensively. And Maroney will check out. And that means that O'Neill will check back in. Pickup of call it a yard on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd and 9 for the Lights. The football again at the 30-yard line. Let's make it a pickup of 2, so 3rd and 8. They'll go pistol formation. Will MSU-Northern. Twins to the near side, the Dickinson State side. Left side of the formation, the far sideline. They go solo. Long count this time. There's a handoff. And it's going to be in the backfield, and in there making the tackle right at the line of scrimmage. Let's get a number on that young man. Looks like Waters again in there for Dickinson State. As he comes up and makes the hit for the Blue Hawks. Nice play. But let's double check that for Dickinson State. That is Tentoff, the linebacker, and no gain on the play. And that quarterback, Maroney, did stay in that time. So Maroney handed it off and nothing doing on the play. So it'll bring up 4th and 8 and a punt for MSU-Northern. Again, Gunlock back deep, a low snap. Here comes the pressure. They get it partially blocked, and it's going to roll out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. Hustling in there for Dickinson State that time. Coming in to put some pressure on was Wicker. And Gary also coming in to make some pressure. That was Gary actually doing it. So it's a punt for no gain on the punt. Partially blocked. And Dickinson State, great field position. They'll take over at the MSU-Northern 30-yard line. So special teams breakdown on the punting team that time. Not a great snap, and the punter just did not have any chance really to get it off. Did a pretty good job to get it off that time, did Antonio, but was partially blocked and rolled for just a couple of yards. Back to pass, Sanders looking. He's scrambling. He's hit. He breaks away from it. They don't want him running very much. He'll slide down at the 25-yard line, and that'll be a pickup of 5. With that knee, he doesn't not run real well. Now he's getting up very, very slowly again, as we said. It has been a battle. Talented young man, but just not has been able to stay healthy, and he can't get up. Again, we'll probably see a new quarterback. And Sanders, again, who's had 2 good games, over 300 yards passing in the last 2 games, several touchdowns. And once he took off, I said, oh, no, last week. And I said, oh, no, this week. And he'll pick up 5, but we may see the combo coming back in for Dickinson State. Who's going to check in at quarterback? We're going to have to get one quarterback for one new play. Probably Jace Freeze, a young man out of Elgin, North Dakota. Well, let's see. Sanders coming off under his own power, but hobbling again. Had that fluid on the knee and just has not been able to really battle through it very well. Again, the mobility not there. And a young transfer from California, but again, he has missed 2 or 3 games in this losing streak for the Hawks and has played. And he's coming off, and Tim Kreit's going to take a look at him. And into the ball game for Dickinson State is Jace Freeze. So Freeze will work at quarterback. Or is it Grovem? Excuse me, Grovem will check in. Hudson Grovem will check into the ball game. So Grovem will tuck it. He's the runner, Freeze the passer, and Grovem will dive ahead to about the 16-yard line, or make it the 21-yard line. So after a 5-yard run by Sanders, a 4-yard run by the backup quarterback, Grovem, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 1 for Dickinson State. So 3rd and 1. Again, ready to go to work is Grovem. 3rd down and a yard. Handoff straight ahead. Simonson's got first down yardage as he breaks through the line of scrimmage, and he'll get down to about the 17-yard line. So let's call that a pickup on the play for Simonson of 4. And Dickinson State has their first down of the football game, 1st and 10. The ball spotted at the 17-yard line of MSU-Northern. Grovem will come under center for a moment, then he'll drop back into that shotgun formation. Simonson to his left. Clark wide with Cauldron to the left. Gilbert in that power back formation as a tight end. They're going to keep it. Grovem's going to tuck it. He's going to run with it. Dives inside the 15 down to about the 14-yard line. So let's give Grovem a pickup on the play of 2 yards.
From the Northern 14.
The Blue Hawks again after that block punt at the 30-yard line and recovered by Dickinson State. They'll go to work, but the bad news is Marcus Sanders went down with that knee injury and played 1 play, and Grovem now in, going to work on a 2nd down and about 6. So 2nd and 6. There's the handoff. Nope, Grovem keeps it. He dives inside the 9, faked it to Clark on that little jet sweep, wide receiver sweep, tucked it in, and he gets to the 9-yard line. So that will be a pickup on the play of about 4 more yards. So we'll make a 3rd down and about, let's call it 3rd and about 3 for Dickinson State. The ball again at the 9-yard line. Again, ready to go back to work. Dickinson State. Grovem ready. Long count. There's the snap. Handoff. Simonson straight ahead. It's going to be close to 1st down yardage. He battles hard. Let's see where they put him down at. I think he got to the 7-yard line, and that's about where he needed to get to. We'll give him a pickup of 3 on the play. Let's go back to Jim up in Kildare as he's standing by. We'll keep it right here on KDIX Consolidated and also KPQX FM.
For the Blue Hawks.
And again, ready to go to work. Here at the back are the Blue Hawks. They say 4th down, say he did not get it, so let's call it 4th and 1. So 4th down and a yard to go for Dickinson State. No, there they go, 1st down. Okay, I thought it was 1st and goal. Yeah, there it is, 1st down number 2. The chain gang crew had 4th down, but the chain's not there, so they changed it to 1st. Here's Grovem. He tucks it, he keeps it, he dives inside the 5, keeps the feet going, down to about the 1, maybe 2-yard line. Now he pushes him back. They say the 2-yard line. So it'll be a pickup of 4 for Grovem on the play. So 2nd and goal for the Blue Hawks. So 2nd down and goal for Dickinson State. 8:52 remaining to play. CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard. Simonson and Grovem. Simonson the running back. Grovem the quarterback. There's a dive play to Grovem or to Simonson. He gets into the end zone. Did he get in? Nope, he did not. He's a little bit shy. So we'll give Simonson a pickup of 2 on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd and goal at about the 1-yard line for Dickinson State. 9th play of this drive that began at the MSU-Northern 30-yard line. Straight ahead. Did he get in? Let's wait and see. They say no again. I don't know how you can not be in when you're that close, but they're piling up, and they say 4th and goal, so we'll call that no loss, no gain on the play. Just taking a look at it again. The side judge is coming in. So the ball going to be spotted. I don't know how. The nose of the football is just off the white. Again, let's see if they're going to go underneath center this time. This has been an area of little plays that you need, and now they go bodies galore. They just go straight ahead and diving into the end zone. Did he get in? Let's wait and see. They say he did not get in. Unbelievable. He did not score.
The result of the play is a
okay, so no gain. Great job that time by MSU Northern defense. So no TD on 4th and inches. And again, it's right at the goal line, but not into the end zone. So the Blue Hawks, that's the way the year's kind of gone. Just cannot finish drives off in the red zone again. Their red zone percentage has not been good this year and had 2 cracks from inside, or 3 cracks actually from inside the 2, but couldn't push it into the end zone. MSU Northern will take over. We'll call it the 1-yard line. 7:38 left to go. So they take over. They just go straight ahead with the quarterback sneak, and he gets about a foot or two, gets it out from the inch line to the 1 yard line. The quarterback keeper for a 1 yard pickup on the play. So to bring up 2nd down and 9 at the 1 yard line for MSU Northern. No score. 7:14 remaining to play in the first quarter. MSU Northern with a very, very impressive goal line stand against Dickinson State. Again at quarterback, Ethan Maroney, the 5'10 sophomore. He'll go pistol. There's the snap. Maroney's going to try and get out of the end zone. I don't think he did. Nope, he did not. Well, there's the safety for Dickinson State. Let's see who was up there. A host of people. Let's see who got on top of them. Bodies all over the place. And, man, all kinds of people there. Looks like number 50 getting up off the bottom of the pile for Dickinson State. That's Wyatt Anderson, and that's the safety. And Dickinson State takes a 2-0 lead on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard.
DSU Athletics would like to thank Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine for providing sports medicine coverage for today's game.
So Dickinson State takes a 2-0 lead. MSU Northern will have the option here.
Welcome to the DSU Shooting Sports Team. We're selling 50-50 tickets today. Make sure to purchase your 50-50
And they will kick off. Let's take a quick 30-second break on KPQ X FM in Havre and Consolidated in Dickinson and YouTube. Back in 30 seconds.
Rooted in the heart of our vibrant communities stands Bravera Bank, offering complete financial services for banking, wealth management, and insurance. From home loans and checking accounts,
let me tell you about the cashback rewards with this account,
to wealth management, we'll help you forge your path ahead.
Let's create a plan to reach your financial goals.
Sounds great.
With specialty insurance coverage, our advisors ensure your operation can carry on.
Looks like it's going to be a great harvest.
Well, back with you. Let's go back to work here on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. Dickinson State with that safety. We're going to credit Wyatt Anderson with the tackle, although it was almost a team effort. But I saw number 50 get up off the pile last as he corralled Maroney in the end zone. So the Hawks on a 2nd and goal from the 2 could not push it in. A great push by the MSU Northern defensive front. And they got the stop, and then Dickinson State trapped Maroney in the end zone and got the safety, so they'll punt. And we're just looking down at Marcus Sanders down there. The helmet is off. I thought maybe it was the knee. He hobbled a bit, but they took the helmet, and I think he maybe got hit in the head on that tackle when he was sliding down, and it might be concussion time, so he probably will not come in and play today in this football game. But the Blue Hawks take an early 2-0 lead here, and MSU Northern will kick it off. In to do the kicking is Litzinger comes in to do the kicking. High end over end. They're going to kick it off now, punt it, and it's going to be taken by one of the up men. I think that's the number 84. It is for Dickinson State. Ben Glasscock, a defensive end, and he'll return it from the 40 to about the 50. So the Blue Hawks again come out with good field position. They'll take over right at the 50-yard line, leading 2-0. 6:46 remaining to play. CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. So starting quarterback Marcus Sanders probably done for the day with the helmet off and that shot to the head. So into the ball game now. Let's see if they keep Grovem in there. I don't see, we may see a little bit of Jace Freeze today also, but let's wait and see. Simonson again in the backfield. He'll get the handoff. He'll go straight ahead, power his way inside the 48 down to the 46, maybe 45. They say 46. So Simonson will pick up 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 6 for Dickinson State at the 46 of MSU Northern. 6:24 left to go. First quarter. 2-0 lead. Lights will go with a 4-man front. They'll bring 4 people up to the line of scrimmage. Grovem will hand it off. Simonson again straight ahead. He's at the 40. He's at the 35. He's inside the 30. Pushes his way down to about the 24, 25-yard line. They're going to say 25-yard line. A pickup of 21 for Simonson. Dickinson State's 3rd first down of the football game. So Jackson Simonson, they are leading rusher on the season, finding some room here to go to work, and he's done a pretty nice job running the football here on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. We got an injured player down for MSU-Northern, so let's take a quick 30-second timeout on KPQX FM Havre, KDIX Dickinson, and Consolidated back in 30 seconds.
Do you think Benny Paulson from Breaking 8 has only played one gig?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming to my first gig. After this concert, I'm retiring.
Of course not. Whether you're in a band playing multiple gigs a week or a family running multiple devices in your house, you need the speed and reliability to keep up. Multi-gig speeds with no lag, no buffering, always running at maximum volume. Feel like a rock star and call Consolidated for the multi-gig speed you need to amp up your internet today.
Well, back with you, 2-0. Dickinson stayed in the lead on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. 5:59 remaining in play. We still got the injured player for MSU-Northern down there, and I can't quite catch a number on the injured player for the Lights, but he's down at about the 23-yard line of MSU-Northern. The Blue Hawks are looking at a 1st and 10. Simonson now 5 carries for 33 yards rushing in this football game. They're still working on the injured player. Quick update for our fans in Dickinson. 6-0 Killdeer leading Trinity in the first quarter, but Trinity threatening to score. It's good to see number 8, and he's a good one for them, for MSU-Northern, one of their top defensive backs. Enia will check out of the ball game. He'll probably come back in. Went off under his own power, so he appeared to be ready to go. But 1st and 10, Grovem again going to work. Hudson puts the man in motion. That's going to be a little fake to him, and Grovem just keeps it, and he'll dive ahead for about 3 yards from the 25-yard line. Just a little quick fake of the handoff, tucked it in, and turned to the 22. Bring up a 2nd down and 7 for Dickinson State. 5:25. The sun out brightly now here in Dickinson. The temperature's warming up. The wind dying down a bit. Not too bad of an afternoon all of a sudden here in Dickinson, North Dakota. Again ready, Simonson at the running back position in the shotgun. Grovem your quarterback. Clark and Cauldron your wideouts. Solo again in motion. They fake to Clark, go straight ahead. Grovem's got all kinds of room inside the 20, and he gets down to about the 12, maybe 11-yard line. A pickup of 11 for Grovem. Without Sanders with that apparent concussion, not able to go an 11-yard pickup, Dickinson State goes with Grovem right now, and Freeze also available. And again, that changes your game plan just a little bit for the Blue Hawks from throwing to running it a bit more. And Grovem will go 1st and 10 now, or actually 1st and, well, they can get a 1st down, so 1st and 10. There's a handoff. Simonson straight ahead from the about 10.5. Gets inside the 10. Gets down to about the 8-yard line. So Simonson will pick up about 2 on the play. I'll make it 3 on the play. Bring up 2nd down and 7 from about the 8-yard line of MSU-Northern. Again ready into the ball game. Caden Houle, the tight end. Good to see him back in there. Gilbert back in also. They'll go solo wides right and left with Clark and Cauldron. Gilbert will go in that slot position at tight end. Cole to the line of scrimmage. Houle to the line of scrimmage. Simonson gets the call. He's inside the 5 down to about the 4-yard line. The head linesman comes up. Side judge puts it right at the 5, so let's give him a pickup of 3 on the play for Simonson. So a 3-yard pickup for Simonson. He's been the workhorse. Here we go again for Dickinson State. 3rd and about, well, let's call it 3rd and 4 at about the 5-yard line for the Blue Hawks. Remember, they had 2nd and goal at the 2 and couldn't score. Turned it over on downs, threatening again after that safety. Grovem keeps it. He got nowhere to go. He stood up right at about the 5-yard line, so no gain, no loss. And let's see if they bring the field goal unit on. They will. So the field goal unit will come on. No gain on the play. So again, the Blue Hawks unable to get into the end zone via the touchdown. Will try to add a field goal to a safety. So Kaplan in to attempt the field goal. They'll spot it down at the 12, 22-yard attempt. There's the snap. Placement down. Kick is up, and the kick is no good. So the Blue Hawks can't get into the end zone from 2 yards out on 3 plays. Miss a field goal from 22 yards out. And those opportunities just continue to go by the board for Dickinson State. They lead 2-0 on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. Let's take a 30-second timeout. Dickinson State 2, MSU nothing. 2:34 remaining to play here in the first quarter.
Howdy, partner. This is Cowboy Clay with my trusty steed, Hercules. There's a new stop on the map, Cowboy Station in Killdeer, North Dakota. Whether you ride steel or saddle, Cowboy Station's got everything you need to fuel your rig, feed your crew, and fill your cup. Remember, y'all, don't forget to come on down to Cowboy Station, where we have everything you need for the trail ahead.
The dictionary defines community as a group of people living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
Consolidated and KPQX-FM in Haber, Montana. KDIX, we're kind of all over the place today with high school football playoffs. That remains a 6-0 lead, by the way, for Killdeer against Dickinson Trinity late in the first quarter there. Here, about 2.5 minutes remaining to play in our first quarter. Dickinson State again leads 2-0. Back into the ball game now for Dickinson State. Checking in Ben Glasscock. They run those defensive linemen. They go 7-8 deep. They rotate them in and out. And again, Dickinson State ready to go to work defensively. MSU-Northern offensively. And the Lights will go to work with Maroney. He's going to drop it out on the flat. Did he get it out there? Is it caught? No, incomplete. On the coverage, Jack Hartman, who leads the Hawks with 5 interceptions this year. We haven't seen a lot of passes in this ball game. In fact, I believe that's our first one by either ball club. 0-1 for Maroney. It'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Lights. So MSU-Northern. There we go. Maroney with the handoff on the left side, tucks the corner. He's got some room. He's out to the 40, and that will be a pickup on the play. Nice little fake by Maroney. He goes for 20 yards. Thank you, Mike and Jim. And again, no score. I should say we have a score here, a 2-0 lead for Dickinson State. They had a safety. We'll just update you. They had a block punt, got it at the 30, got to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 2, could not get it in. Then they got a safety as Maroney got tackled in the end zone, got it back on a short kick off the turnover, and then the ball went down to the 4-yard line, and then Kaplan tried a 22-yard field goal and missed it. So again, it's a 2-0 lead for Dickinson State. We had a penalty, though, on the play, motion against MSU-Northern. Too bad, because that was a great run. So it'll be a 2nd down and 15 now for MSU-Northern at their own 15. But 2-0 Dickinson State in the lead. Killdeer and Trinity going to the second quarter. On KDIX, we'll send you back there. Keep it here for all the other action with Dickinson State and Northern. Maroney back to pass, back to JD. There's the pass across the middle. That's our first completion of the football game. 1 of 2 now, and that pass goes from the 15 out to the 25, a 10-yard reception.
That brings up a 3rd and 5 for Northern from their 25.
3rd down and 5 for MSU-Northern at the 25, their own 25. Maroney again goes to the pistol, trips to the near side. They'll bring a bundle of receivers out. They'll come wide right. Maroney rolls that way. He's got pressure from behind, throws it out of bounds. As Hartman trying for the interception, flies into the bench of Dickinson State. And MSU-Northern will have to punt the ball away. So Northern again picks up 10, has a 20-yard run negated by Maroney on the motion penalty. And then Dickinson State gets the stop, so the ball will come back to the Blue Hawks. A minute 33 left to go in quarter number 1. 2-0 lead for Dickinson State. Gunlock standing back at his own 45. There's a short punt, a line drive top punt, and Gunlock's just going to get away from it. It'll roll inside the 40 down to the 36-yard line, and DSU will go to work first and 10 at their own 36-yard line. Remember, the Hawks do have the wind at their back for the final minute 22. Blue Hawks, let's see who comes out at quarterback. Of course, Sanders, we think he's done for the day. Jace Freeze now will come in and work at quarterback, so we saw some of Grovem. Now, Freeze a little more apt to throw the football than run the football. They're going to put Clark in the backfield. He'll be in the backfield along with Simonson. Wicker, who's had a nice year, the sophomore out of Miles City, goes wide with Cauldron. Again, long count this time by Freeze. They put Clark, the wide out, in motion. Freeze drops back to pass across the middle. He's got a man wide open. And that is Clark inside, oh no, that's Cauldron, excuse me, inside the 30. Is that 8 or 6? Let's take a double check of that. 8 and 6 are hard to read for Dickinson State. They bring it down. It's a pickup. That's Cauldron, so a nice pickup. All the way down inside the 30-yard lines. 37-yard completion, first down number 5 for Dickinson State. 1 of 1 passing for 35 yards. Freeze back to pass again. Rolls to his right, looking downfield. He's got a receiver inside the 5, down to the goal line. Touchdown, I do believe. Yes, it is. Is that Simonson out of the backfield? I believe it is. Yep, Simonson on the touchdown pass. So Jace Freeze checks into the ball game, and that pass play will go. I don't see any flags down. So it'll go as a touchdown pass from the 28, a 28-yard touchdown pass. Simonson gets it in, and they'll attempt the PAT here. Kaplan in to attempt it. 8-0 lead for Dickinson State. That score coming with 37 seconds remaining to play. Kaplan's kick is up. Did it get through the uprights? It did. It's good. So Dickinson State, 9-0 on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. 37 seconds left to go. 2 plays, 64 yards. A big pass play of 35 or 36 to Cauldron, and then 28 to Simonson. And the Hawks go 2 for 2 in the passing game for a total on the drive of 64 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, and they take an 8-0 lead here on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. Dickinson State in the lead. We'll take a quick 30-second break, back in a half minute.
What do you get when you buy a vehicle from Dan Porter Motors?
Ooh, I know. Buy any vehicle from Dan Porter Motors and get car washes for life.
That's a long time when you're my age. That's right, folks. Forever. No diaper required. Get free car washes for life with any vehicle when you buy a car at Dan Porter Motors, 58601.
That's a pretty good deal. Dan Porter Motors, baby approved, growing up guaranteed.
See that play again, 2 plays, 64 yards for Dickinson State on the drive, and they get the touchdown pass to Simonson from Freeze. Makes it a 9-0 lead. Kaplan will kick it off. 37 seconds remain here in the first quarter. Line drive kick. That one's going to carry in and out of the end zone, so the Lights will go to work first and 10 at their own 20-yard line, down 9-0 on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. MSU-Northern in this football game, again in the rushing department, haven't had a lot of yards rushing. Maroney's got a total of about 3 yards rushing at quarterback, and again, that's about it. Again, they haven't gone very much. Let's see if they bring in Radley again. Trying to check it out back there in the backfield. Into the backfield. Williams, it looks like. The wide receiver is going to line up in the backfield. See, we've got a new quarterback again. Or it's still Maroney. Nope, still Maroney. There's a handoff to the outside. And a tackle on the play that time. Nice read that time coming up for Dickinson State. Wyatt Fairclough, a pickup on the play for MSU Northern, and Williams on the carry. Williams will pick up 2 on the play. Might be the last play of the first quarter. The Lights going into this 15-mile, 20-mile-per-hour wind to the south here look like they're going to stay in the huddle. So that gives us an opportunity to take a break here on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. It's Dickinson State 9, MSU Northern nothing. First quarter in the books. We are back on KDDIX, KPQX FM in Havre, and Consolidated. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Toys. DTE.
By a margin of 9-0. MSU Northern 2nd and 8 at their own 22-yard line. They'll go to work. Maroney at quarterback. Drops back. Got some time, throws it out on the flat, got a receiver at the 31, and hauling that pass in, it's Wolstad. They'll say out to the 30, so a 3-yard reception. Second completion for Maroney in the football game, who's now 2 of 4, passing for 13 yards. It'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for MSU Northern, and the ball spotted at the 30-yard line of MSU Northern. They'll line up in the pistol formation. Maroney ready to go to work. Trips receiving court, right side, looks left, rolls to his right instead, tucks it, he's going to run with it. I think he's going to get the first down marker. He does. He gets to the 30 before he's run out of bounds, 31 actually. That'll be a pickup of 6 on the play for Maroney. So a pickup of 6 on the play. So it'll bring up a first down for MSU Northern, and that is their first down of the football game. The Lights in this football game have rushed for 12 yards. First down and 10, though, at the 36-yard line of MSU Northern. Straight ahead they go. Big hole right side across the 40 near the first down marker. They'll bring it back to the 44, but a nice carry that time. On the carry, Williams
on the carry for a gain of 8 yards. In on the tackle, Jack Hartman.
So Williams will go for a pickup of, now let's call it 8 on the play for Williams. It'll bring up a 2nd down situation. So Williams 9 yards or 8 yards gained on that. So Williams gives MSU Northern a short field here for first down. There's Maroney keeping it, tucking it. He's to the outside. He's got all kinds of yardage across midfield. He'll bring it out to the Dickinson State side of the 50 at the 47-yard line. And that will be a pickup on the play of about 7 yards for Maroney and a first down number 2 for MSU Northern. So first down MSU Northern, and they're in Dickinson State territory at the 47 of DSU, trailing 9-0 on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. Maroney again stacks 3 running backs behind him, a couple wide receivers and a running true running back. They're just going to lead with the block on the back and try and get Maroney to the outside. We got flags down. Might be a legal block there. Maroney goes down after no gain, but let's wait and see where the call was. Coming over defensively for Dickinson State. Looked like Halleck that time, a linebacker. Let's wait and see what our referee signals. Holding. Let's see if the Hawks take it. They will, I do believe. First down, and they're going to stay. Yep, they'll take the penalty. So it'll be 1st and 20, and they'll go back into MSU Northern territory at the 42 of MSU Northern.
Brings up a 1st and 20 for Northern from their own 42.
Again, we've got motion. Nope, we got ready to go now. MSU Northern goes to work. Again, ready. Maroney works out of the pistol, drops straight back out. Here comes the pressure. He steps up, throws it downfield. The defensive back fell down that time, and that allowed the receiver to come wide open. And that time, that was Shelton, their leading receiver. As one of the Blue Hawks slipped down, and Shelton catches it, and that'll be enough for a first down. They needed 20. They got 22 on that reception. And Maroney now 3 of 5 for 35 yards passing. First down, number 3 for MSU Northern. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line of Dickinson State. Okay, Maroney ready again. Out of the pistol, he'll work. There's a handoff straight ahead. Williams on the carry. Fights his way inside the 35. Nice first down game for MSU Northern. They'll go from the 36 to the 30, so Williams will go for 6 yards on the play. So again, 2nd down and 4. The ball again at about the 30-yard line of DSU. Williams stays behind the quarterback, Maroney. Maroney keeps it. He's hit at the 30 and dropped at the 30. Good read that time. Defensively coming up. Chase Selly, the Dickinson High product, making the hit. Read it well, got off the block and got the tackle on Maroney for no gain on the play. So it'll bring up a 3rd and 4 at the DSU 30. So it'll be a 3rd down and 4 at the 30-yard line. Again, Maroney now goes shotgun. Puts a couple of back to each side of himself. Drops back. Here comes the pressure. Gets away from it. He's going to tuck it. He's going to throw it downfield. He's got a receiver down there. Touchdown. He catches it in front of the defensive back who had his back turned. And coming up with the catch for MSU Northern is Ahrens, the wide receiver. And he'll haul it in for the touchdown of 30 yards as Maroney got outside the pocket, got some room, and MSU Northern scores. They don't average a lot of points on the season, but they got a big, big touchdown pass there. Maroney to Ahrens, and it's a 9-6 ball game. And they're going to go for the PAT here, but a nice drive. That's an 80-yard drive. 9 plays for 80 yards. There's a snap, placement down, kick looks good, and the kick is good. So MSU Northern on the board on the CHI St. Alexios South scoreboard. Dickinson State 9, MSU Northern 7. We come back to the back in 30 seconds after this timeout.
Looking for a turnkey business with a proven track record? For over 50 years, our family has helped yours feel right at home with quality furniture, trusted brands, and a service that always came with a smile. Now it's time to pass the torch. Our family-owned furniture business is for sale, including all inventory, delivery trucks, and a loyal customer base. This is your solid opportunity to own a piece of history that is built on decades of care. Call 483-5108 and ask how you can own a piece of family tradition and keep the comfort going.
Well, we come back to the back. MSU Northern on the board on an impressive 9-play, 80-yard drive, and Maroney doing it with his legs and then finishing it off with his arm as he found a man in the defensive, behind the defensive back that time for Dickinson State, and unable to get turned around in time to try and bat it down that time for the Blue Hawks in the defensive backfield. The Hawks tried to get Carter there, but he didn't get there in time, and it was hauled in. And that was a 9-play, 80-yard drive, and Ahrens again will haul in the touchdown pass. The 6-foot freshman wide receiver brings it into the body, into the end zone, and it's a 9-7 ball game for Dickinson State leading MSU Northern. They'll tee it up. Again, ready to kick it off.
Fans on your feet for this Blue Hawk kickoff.
Litzinger looks like he will do the kicking duties. They'll hold the ball on the tee for Caleb, the freshman place kicker. He'll approach it. He's got that wind at his back. High end over end kick. It's going to come down to about the 6-yard line. I think Cauldron returns it there across the 30 out to about the 34-yard line, 33-yard line.
Kobe Smith on the return. There is an injured Northern Lights player on the field.
So they take over, first down and 10. Dickinson State does at their own 31, leading 9-7 on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. Again, Dickinson State, Jay Freeze came in, went 2 for 2 for 64 yards in the passing department. Well, they're going to sneak another time in on us, a media timeout here, so let's do the same. 10:32 left to go, first half. Dickinson State 9, MSU-Northern 7, back in a half minute on KPQX-FM Haber, KDIX Dickinson, and Consolidated TV across western North Dakota. Back in 30.
At Infinity Real Estate Group, we go to great lengths to find the answers to most any questions our clients may have. We strive to do our best to personalize your buying or selling experience with firsthand knowledge.
I really love Dickinson. How is the weather here in North Dakota?
You know what? It's amazing. We can have all 4 seasons in 1 week. When it's time to choose the team to represent you with all your real estate needs, choose Infinity Real Estate Group. Experience the Infinity way. Infinity Real Estate Group.
Well, right back at you here in Dickinson, North Dakota. Bijou Activity Center, beautiful Bijou Activity Center. That MSU Northern player, I thought they took a media timeout. Actually, it was right in front of the DSU bench, and you couldn't see the injured player from MSU Northern. That's number 57, Brady Schmill, 5'9", 200-pound linebacker. Looks like a lower leg injury. Possibly looks like that left ankle, putting no pressure on that, but you're never sure if it's an ankle or a knee or a hip. I think it's probably the ankle, but for some reason they like to use lower body injury when you can pretty much look at it and see what it is. But 9-7 lead. Again, ready to go to work. Jace Freeze, who went 2 for 2 after Sanders got hurt. Grover ran the offense for a bit. Now Freeze in there, and he put together a 2-play, 64-yard drive for Dickinson State. There's a handoff straight ahead. Simonson's got a little bit of space, but not much. He maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Let's wait and see what they give him for forward progress. They say no forward progress for Simonson. Simonson, 39 yards rushing for Simonson on 8 carries. Blue Hawks 34 rushing as a team. Second down, and let's call it 10 at the 31. Again, ready to go to work. Gilbert comes from left to right. He had a big game last week. Let's see if they get back to Gage a little bit today. Freeze goes with the handoff. Simonson straight ahead, keeps his feet across the 35, out to about the 38-yard line. So let's give him a pickup of 5 on the play for Simonson. So to bring up a third down. And 6 for Dickinson State. Let's call that a pickup of 4. Third down and 6 for Dickinson State. Have the ball spotted at the 37 of Dickinson State. Gilbert comes left to right. Twin set to the border side, the small side, the narrow side of the playing field. Again, ready. Dickinson State. Freeze, drops back, looks, got some time, scrambles, still got some time. He's going to go down, and it'll go incomplete. As the pass is incomplete, as Simonson tried to get to the ball, but good pressure, and it's an incompletion. So Freeze's first incompletion of the afternoon will give MSU Northern the football back, as the Blue Hawks will have to punt it away to the Lights, leading 9-7 on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. There's a high end-over-end punt. It gets into that wind, hangs up a bit. MSU-Northern's going to get out of there. It'll roll dead at the 35-yard line. So MSU-Northern will take over. So it'll bring up a 1st and 10 at the 35 for MSU-Northern. Dickinson State sends that defensive unit out there. Now they're going to step off a penalty. So that'll be a 10-yard penalty against MSU Northern. Put it back at the 25-yard line. So they'll set it up at the 25 after the penalty. So again, ready to go to work. MSU Northern at their own 25. 8:57 left to go. 9-7 lead for Dickinson State. A safety and a touchdown for the Hawks and a touchdown for the Lights. That's our scoring. Back to pass. Maroney looking deep. Downfield. That's going to be batted up and in, just nearly intercepted. Hartman back there along with Carter, and both got a hand on it and knocked it down. And that will bring up a 2nd down and 10. As Northern looking to go long.
That brings up a 2nd and 10.
Testing out this Dickinson State secondary. 4 of 7 now in the passing department for Maroney for 64 yards and the 1 touchdown. Again ready. There's the snap to Maroney. He's hit. He's going to be dropped trying to roll outside and no place to go. Coming up defensively that time, Shell Osborne. And that'll be a loss on the play. I believe up of a yard. So a loss of a yard on the play. MSU Northern 32 yards rushing. 3rd down and 11 at the 24 of MSU Northern. So let's see what Maroney deals up here. 8.5 left to go before halftime. 9-7 Dickinson State in the lead. Maroney again. Goes with Williams in the backfield, out of the pistol, rolls to his right, keeps the football, rolling down, trying to find somebody open, throws it up for grabs and throws it away that time into the sideline. Good coverage by the Blue Hawks, nobody open, and Dickinson State will take over on via the punt formation. So the Hawks will get the football back, leading by a score of 9-7 with 8 minutes left to go here in the first half. Good snap. Hawks nearly got the block, but the ball's going to carry away from Dunlap, and he'll go field it at the 26, back to the 30, run out of bounds at about the 36-yard line, and that's where Dickinson State will go to work. Dickinson State leading 9-7. They should update. There we go. All right. There we go.
Fans, please do your part in keeping the BAC clean. Please pick up your
ready to go back to work. Dickinson State offensively. 7:49 remaining to play. Ready to go to work. Jace Freeze at quarterback. Freeze gets a handoff. Dossinger's got room, breaks a tackle at the 40, and he's across the 40 to the 43, the Dickinson Trinity product. Picks up some positive yardage as he gets it out to near the 44 they're going to put it down at. So a pickup of 9 for Dossinger on the play. 2nd down and 1 for Dickinson State. Gunlock, Wicker into the ball game now for Dickinson State. Cauldron comes wide. Clark goes wide. Trips to the near side, our broadcast facility side here at the back, the DSU sideline. 9-7 lead, Dickinson State. Freeze is just going to tuck it in. Nope, that's Grovem, excuse me. Grovem's going to tuck it in and go for a pickup. So Grovem will go for a pickup, and he'll go from the, we got a flag down. He'll go from the 44. Well, let's wait and see. Yep, there is a flag down, so let's wait and see what the call is. Holding Dickinson State, so instead of 2nd and 1, There you go, 2nd and 1. You pick up a first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. And that's kind of the way Dickinson State has just hurt themselves with the little things, not the big things, but the little things, like a holding penalty, motion penalty when you pick up a first down on 2nd and short. Now you got 2nd and long. Again, Dickinson State. So again, Dickinson State goes to work. Grovem will roll out to his right. Oh, that's Freeze. Rolls out to his right. Throws it right into the hands of MSU-Northern. Picking it off for MSU-Northern is number 4. That is the linebacker, Terry Crawford, INT. And there's that penalty. And there's the result of the penalty. Instead of 1st and 10 near midfield, you're back 10 yards, 2nd and 11. You roll out, throw an INT, and MSU-Northern gets the football back in great field position at the 34 of Dickinson State. Freeze now 2 of 4, a touchdown, an interception, 64 yards. And Dickinson State leads it 9-7. 9-7 lead. MSU-Northern takes over at the 34 of Dickinson State. On the carry, not much room. In fact, a loss on the play for Williams. So Williams will lose 2 on the play. Let's get it. There we go. Right side of 2nd and 12. Thank you, Mr. Referee, for resetting that football. Actually, it's a loss of 3 now. So it'll be 2nd and 13 for the Lights. Good pursuit by Osborne in that right side of the defensive line for Dickinson State. 9-7, Blue Hawks in the lead here with about 6.5 left to go. Maroney back to pass, scrambling, looking. He's just going to lob that away. There's nobody in the vicinity of that, but let's wait and see. Incompletion.
The pass is incomplete. That brings up
so it'll bring up a 3rd down situation. They got to go back a little bit.
And on your feet for this Blue Hawk
3rd down right at about the 32, so 3rd down and 13. 4 of 9 now for Maroney, 64 yards and the touchdown. So 3rd down and 13. The ball at the 37-yard line. They said 32. Now they got it at the 37. There you go. Maroney will put his receiver from left to right. The tight end, Hayden Murphy. Devin Shelton also wide. Now what do we got? Timeout going to be taken here. So we got a timeout. MSU-Northern. 6:05 left to go in the first half. Dickinson State 9, MSU-Northern 7. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Consolidated, KPIX, and KPQX FM.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here.
Well, back with you. Both teams again gathered around their coaches out of this timeout. The ball at the 37. It will be 3rd down and about 13 for MSU-Northern after the interception by Crawford, the linebacker. They'll go shotgun formation. Williams, the running back. We were expecting Bradley. Never got a report on why he isn't playing, but he's not in there. So Williams, who's listed as a wide receiver, has been the running back this entire ball game. Back to pass. Maroney out in the flat. He's got a receiver, and he's going to be well shy of 1st down yardage. Good coverage out there by Dickinson State. Hauling in is Fairclough, the linebacker. Reception hauled in that time. I believe Shelton came up with the reception. Oh, nope, that was number 11, excuse me, Murphy, the tight end. So Murphy comes up with it. 4th down and 8. So 4th down and 8. 4th and 8 at the 33 3-yard line of Dickinson State. Pressure put on. The pass is going to be hauled in, but shy of first down yardage. Hey, thank you much, Jim, and welcome back again, everyone. 9-7 Dickinson State with the lead here. As we left, it was 2-0. We had 2 quick scores by both teams, but never got a chance to update you. But Dickinson State leads at 9-7. They've just come up with a stop here on 4th down and 8 at the 32-yard line of MSU-Northern. It was completed for 6, but they needed 8 and didn't get it. Both teams, again, getting touchdown passes. Jace Freeze throwing a touchdown pass to Jackson Simonson, and again a touchdown pass for MSU-Northern also in this ball game to Aarons, and 9-7 our score with just under 6 minutes remaining to play in the first half. Hawks get it back. If you're just joining us, second series or first series of the football game, Marcus Sanders, Dickinson State's quarterback, who's had a couple of really good weeks, scrambled out with that bad leg, got hit upper head area, went out, had the helmet taken away, and we're assuming concussion because he's not with them. So it's been Grovem and Freeze working at quarterback, and the Blue Hawks lead at 9-7. That pickup again goes for a total on the play of about, let's call it 2 yards on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd and 8 on the rushing play. Again, long count. There's Simonson. He's got a seam, breaks the tackle at the 30, out to about the 35. He'll pick up 5 on the play, Will Simonson, and it'll bring up a 3rd down situation for Dickinson. Now they spot it back at the 34, so let's call it a pickup of 4 on the play. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 for Dickinson State. And again, the ball at the 34, their own 34-yard line. Hawks again got the ball back, but then the turnover on after a first down run was negated by Dossinger and then by Grovem. We've seen both Grovem and Freeze at quarterback. Now Grovem back in there. They've been alternating just about every other series this afternoon as Sanders out with that injury. Grovem's going to tuck it and run. Turns upfield, not even close to first down yardage. So the Hawks will have to punt it away as Grovem will go for about 2 yards on the play. And the ball will go back to MSU-Northern via the punt with 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. Dickinson State 9, MSU 7. Dickinson State a safety and a touchdown. MSU-Northern with the touchdown. Punting unit into the ball game for the Blue Hawks. So Dickinson State will punt it away. 9-7. And Ty Nelson in to do the punting for Dickinson State. Well, they fake it. They go straight ahead. Now we got flags. I don't think they got it. Illegal procedure, the call against Dickinson State. Might have been before the snap of the ball even, so now they'll have to punt it. Yeah, illegal procedure. So the play doesn't stand. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. Hawks are faking it. Now they'll punt it. There's one of those little mistakes again. Would have been close to first down yardage, but it didn't matter because the play was blown dead. So now they'll, I assume, will punt it. Ty Nelson dropping back to punt the football. 3:12 now on the scoreboard. CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. Dickinson State 9, MSU 7. It's blocked. The Lights block it. They're going to score a touchdown on the block punt. They're on top of it. They lead the football game on the block punt. Blocking the punt and coming up with it is number 4, the guy who had the interception. Crawford with the blocked punt of Nelson, and it rolls 20 yards into the end zone, and Northern gets on top of it, and they take the lead, 13-9 on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. Crawford blocks it, recovers it, and MSU Northern out in front with the PAT attempt upcoming for the Lights. Boy, it has been a tough year for Dickinson State, and it's getting tougher this afternoon here against MSU Northern as they make a big play on special teams. The Hawks got a safety. Now MSU Northern blocks the punt, gets a touchdown kick. Looks good, kick is good. And MSU Northern in the lead now on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. MSU Northern 14, Dickinson State 9. We'll come back with the Lights kickoff to the Blue Hawks. That score coming on the block punt and recovery in the end zone with 3 minutes remaining to play in the second quarter. We'll come back to the back. We'll do it in 30 seconds on KDIX, KPQX FM in Hammer, and Consolidated. Back in 30.
The Hub in North Dickinson is more than your ordinary convenience store. From Godfather's Pizza and the Hub Cafe to gourmet coffee, tea, and more. Stop by early for breakfast or grab something to go. We carry a variety of donuts that we make fresh every day. If your vehicle is dirty, we now have a state-of-the-art car wash at both locations. Stop in and see what we have to offer at the Hub located on North Highway 22 or the Hub West Dakota Oil on East Villard in Dickinson. We're changing the way people think about the convenience store industry.
Fans on your feet for this Blue Hawk.
Well, one thing that has improved, boy, what a nice day it's turned out to be. The sky is cleared, the sun is out and shining, temperatures moderated, the wind has died down a little bit, and MSU-Northern will kick it off here after that block punt and the recovery on the play by Terry Crawford, who has an interception, a block punt for a fumble recovery, and a touchdown. There's a short kick. It's going to carry down to the 10, fielded there by one of the upmen for Dickinson State. Cauldron breaks a tackle across the 25, across the 30 to the 32, and they'll go to work at their own 32-yard line with the Blue Hawks down now on the CHI St. Alexius Hotel scoreboard, 14-9. They take over with 2:52 remaining to play. We have, of course, the 2-minute timeout, and the Hawks have all 3 timeouts remaining, so plenty of time. Looks like Grovem will come out and work at quarterback, so Freeze and Grovem continue to alternate here in this football game after Sanders went down with that apparent concussion, and Dickinson State will go to work at their own 32. Grovem out of the shotgun, goes straight ahead to Simonson. He'll break a tackle. He'll dodge out across the 35 to about the 36-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 3 for Simonson on the play, as Dickinson State again trying to move the football. Simonson again for Dickinson State has been their leading rusher, 39 yards rushing. The Hawks as a team have rushed in this ball game for 88 yards. We'll bring up a second down situation, second down and about 7. There's the pitch. They go outside, breaking a tackle. Dossinger at the 45. He's got first down yardage. Dossinger, nice run by the Dickinson Trinity product. He'll pick up 8 on the play with 2:07. That probably will be our final play before the 2-minute timeout here. So Dossinger gives Dickinson State their 6th first down of the football game. And we do have that timeout. So let's take a 1-minute timeout. Again, up at Kildare, it's halftime. We'll finish the first half up there before we head you back to Kildare. So, again, 2 minutes left to go first half. MSU-Northern, a block punt for a touchdown just moments ago, gives them the lead, 14-9 over Dickinson State. We'll come back in 30 seconds.
Saving money feels impossible when you're young, but Western Cooperative Credit Union is here to help. Our CU Succeed program gives you monthly interest payments, free checking, easy and secure online banking, and a 1% discount on a one-time loan. Plus, earn cash for being on the honor roll with our Good Grades program. Get started today at WCCU.org, Western Cooperative Credit Union. Join the herd. Visit us today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Going between Dickinson. He's going up Highway 22, down Highway 22. Great job, Tristan, back at the studio. Great to have our friends up at KPQX-FM in Havre along with us. As always, Trace Wells and our television crew here across western North Dakota. Great to be with you also on the television side, along with the radio side here and the streaming side also through YouTube. So we're all over the place today. A lot of outlets. And glad to be bringing you the Blue Hawks MSU-Northern. The Lights lead at 14-9. 2 minutes left to go first half. Straight ahead, Dossinger gets to the outside to the hash mark, breaks the tackle across midfield, and gets down to the 49-yard line. A pickup of 6 for Dossinger on the play. He has now rushed for 30 yards in this football game. Grovem 32 and Simonson 49. The Hawks as a team have rushed for 115 yards. Again, they go straight ahead. Dossinger breaks the tackle at the 40. He's got about 9 more, so they're just going straight ahead. Quick offense, and Dossinger goes for 9 yards on the play and a first down, 7th first down, so 1st and 10, Dickinson State at the 40-yard line of MSU-Northern. We got a timeout, 1:37 left to go. CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard, MSU-Northern 14, Dickinson State 9. We'll come back to the back in 30 seconds after this timeout.
West Dakota Oil and Fitterer Oil Company proudly offers products and services that help fuel our customers' lives with clean burning propane and bulk fuel and convenient on-site delivery with premium farm and road fuels. We provide energy where and when you need it most, with locations throughout Southwest North Dakota. West Dakota Oil and Fitter Oil Company. Locally owned, locally strong. The products you need with the service you deserve.
Thank you much, Tristan. Back with you at the BAC, Dickinson State, trailing MSU-Northern. A minute 37 left to go. 14-9, the Lights with the lead. As we said, Hawks had a 2-0 lead, a 9-0 lead, a 9-7 lead. Then that block punt really turned things around in the end zone, recovered by Northern, and they lead it. Back into the ball game, straight ahead on the carry. It looks like Caleb Rist will be in with his first carry to go. Jim and JD and Mike, we'll just keep it right here till the end of the first half here for Dickinson State, and then send it back to Kildare. Just to remind those guys, Grovem on the carry goes for a couple from the 35-yard line, and he will pick up a total of about 2 for Grovem, so it'll bring up a second down. We'll make that a third down and about, let's call it third down and about 3 for the Blue Hawks at the, let's call it the 33-yard line of MSU Northern. And again, Dickinson State takes the timeout. Again, going into the wind, which has died down, as he said. It is cleared off here nicely at the BAC, the Bijou Activity Center. Temperatures are moderated a bit. We got bright sunshine. And that wind, again, kind of a south-southwest wind. And, you know, once in a while the flag gets up straight. Once in a while it dies down. So it's died down since about noon today till about 1 o'clock at kickoff. And right now probably in that 15 to 20, maybe 25 mile per hour range. And the Hawks moving to that end here. We'll just keep it here during the timeout. Again, 12-6 to score up in Kildare. We expected a battle up there in the quarterfinal round of the playoffs, and that's what they're getting. Kildare leading Dickinson Trinity. So the Blue Hawks, let's see. We've seen both, we've seen Sanders, if you're just joining us. He went out with that concussion on about the second play of the second series, or first series for Dickinson State. So it's been Grovem, and it has been Freeze. Freeze has thrown a touchdown pass in this ball game to Simonson, and that has been the Hawks' touchdown score. Again, ready to go to work out of the shotgun. Grovem back and dropping back. Here comes the pressure. Across the middle, underthrows it. Did Wicker come up with it? Yes, he did. So they'll get up to the line of scrimmage. Nice diving catch by Wicker down at the 18-yard line. That is a pickup of 15. Grovem's first completion of the ball game. First and 10, number 8 for Dickinson State. First and 10 at the 18. Grovem back to pass, throws it across the middle. That's going to be incomplete, trying to get it to Wicker, but it goes incomplete. That does stop the clock. Grovem now 1 of 2 for 15 yards. The Hawks now have thrown for 79 total yards, 64 coming from Freeze. So the Blue Hawks again will go to work. Freeze now back in there. Grovem out of there. So Freeze comes back in at quarterback. Second down and 10. Again, the ball at the 18. Minute 2 left to go. 14-9. MSU Northern in the lead. Hawks trying to grab the lead back. They'll put the man in motion. That is Clark. Here comes the pressure. Freeze steps up in the pocket, steps out of the pocket. He's going to fire it downfield. He's got a man down there, but it's incomplete. A pass intended that time for Gilbert. They wanted pass interference, but no flag came out. I don't think I see a flag. Well, maybe we do see a flag. It looked like they were covering Gilbert pretty tightly, but it's way across in the southeast corner down by the flagpole and the fire truck, so hold on. And let's wait and see what it will be. The officials are confabbing at about the line of scrimmage, about the 18-yard line. Again, Gilbert was the intended receiver. Remember, he had 10 catches last week, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns. MSU Northern's been paying close attention and pass interference against the Lights. So let's see what the call is now. It was 2 calls, not quite sure what it will be. Are they going to look? Are they looking at targeting? Okay, they're going to look at targeting. Okay. Well, that may take a while. It is passing. No, they say no penalty on the play, so they're going to check that out first, the targeting situation. So, again, we'll just keep it right here. 50 seconds remaining to play in the first half of the football game. Dickinson State trailing MSU-Northern 14-9. That play came 2nd and 10 at the MSU-Northern 18-yard line. So the teams have gone back to their respective sidelines while they take a quick gander at it down in the tent at the northwest corner here. Jim, if anything exciting happens there, just butt in and let us know, but I'd like to finish out the first half here before we head back up to Kildare for the second half of action. But again, 14-9, MSU-Northern. Just a quick recap of the scoring. Dickinson State on the board first. They had a drive in that first quarter that got down to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal, did not score. MSU-Northern stopped them. And then Dickinson State got the defensive unit out there and sacked Maroney in the end zone. It was at about the 1-inch line, and he got out to the 1, and then the next play got tackled in the end zone by Wyatt Anderson, made it 2-0. And then the Blue Hawks scored another touchdown as they got a Simonson touchdown reception of 28 yards. PAT by Kaplan was good. The Hawks did miss a field goal of 22 yards. That was not good. Prior to that, that would have increased the lead to 5-0, but the touchdown with 37 seconds left in the first quarter, the PAT by Kaplan good, made it a 9-0 lead for Dickinson State. But then MSU-Northern has turned in 14 unanswered points. Aaron scored on a 30-yard touchdown pass from Maroney. PAT kick good. That made the score 9-7 on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. And then Dickinson State got the ball back with a couple of plays later, and then again threw an interception on a drive, Freeze threw one, and then got the ball back. MSU-Northern did, went 3 and out. Dickinson State got it back, punted from their own 40-yard line. It was blocked by MSU-Northern's Terry Crawford, who earlier intercepted a pass, and then again, it was blocked by Crawford, rolled about 20 yards into the end zone, and Crawford fell on top of it. They hit the PAT, and with 3 minutes left to go, MSU-Northern had a 14-9 lead, and now we're in the midst of a review of a possible targeting call here in this football game as Dickinson has it at the 18-yard line. They put the first down marker on the sideline over there, so I'm assuming it's probably going to be a first down for Dickinson State, but they're still down there. Here comes the referee, Dennis Reap, and the crew out of Bismarck, North Dakota, working the game today. The flag came out on the near far sideline in front of the MSU-Northern bench, so let's just hold on and see what the call will be. Here comes the referee, the guy in the white hat, to midfield, where he'll make the call. Their penalty is going to be assessed, so the pass interference call will stand. PA not working, so did they waive the targeting off, or did they take it? It was targeting. Number 11's done. Okay, number 11 is done. The PA referees. So number 11, Lenhurts, the defensive back, targeting on the play. He is out of the football game, so he will check out because of targeting. First down and 10 for Dickinson State at the 3-yard line of MSU-Northern, trying to get the lead back here. They go to Dossinger. Dossinger breaks the tackle at the 3. He goes into the end zone standing up. So let's wait and see what the call is. There you go again. Let's see. The Hawks have had all kinds of problems. I think it's going to be a hold against Dickinson, and there it is. The Hawks scored the touchdown. There's the hold. Earlier they got a first down, got a hold. Next play had the punt and got it blocked for a touchdown. Now they have a touchdown taken away, so they've given up a touchdown on a penalty, and again have a touchdown taken away on the penalty, and that's the way this year has gone for Dickinson State. So we'll go back to the 13-yard line. Dossinger just trotted into the end zone, but maybe there was a reason he trotted in there, the holding penalty. So it'll be first and goal now at the 13-yard line. 50 seconds left to go here. What a strange end to this first half. A targeting, pass interference penalty, and then a touchdown, and then a holding penalty against Dickinson State. Erases the touchdown. Dossinger stays in the backfield. Freeze back to pass, gets it across the middle. He's got Calderon inside the 5, down to about the 2-yard line. That will be a pickup on the play of 15 yards and a first down for Dickinson State. Oh, no, not a first down. It was first and goal, so a 15-yard pickup. And there's the handoff again. Dossinger is going to be stood up right at the 2-yard line, and MSU-Northern doing it again. Did the ball pop loose? Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. MSU-Northern has it. They fumble the football. Dickinson State does. Going into the end zone. The ball pops out. MSU-Northern recovers. Unbelievable situation here for Dickinson State. They had a touchdown taken back. Looked like they were going to get in again. The ball fumbled away. And MSU-Northern recovers. And the score remains 14-9. We'll send you back to Kildare. We'll keep it here with Consolidated and our long crew from Haber, Montana. But back to JD and back to Mike. 14-9, Haber, MSU-Northern in the lead. First down and 10 for Northern. They're just going to take the knee, and that's going to end our first half of play here at the Bijou Activity Center. Just a strange ending. The Hawks have had a touchdown taken away on a holding penalty, and then completed a pass of 15 yards to the 2-yard line. The next play from scrimmage, fumbled it, and it got into the hands of MSU-Northern. So the Lights will lead it 14-9 on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard, and we'll go to halftime. MSU-Northern in the lead. We'll come back. Remember, Dickinson State will have the football to begin the second half, but the Lights lead at halftime 14-9. We'll come back to the back, and we'll do it for you in 3 minutes.
Rooted in the heart of our vibrant communities stands Bravera Bank, offering complete financial services for banking, wealth management, and insurance. From home loans and checking accounts,
Let me tell you about the cashback rewards with this account.
to wealth management, we'll help you forge your path ahead.
Let's create a plan to reach your financial goals.
With specialty insurance coverage, our advisors ensure your operation can carry on.
Looks like it's going to be a great harvest.
Do you think Benny Paulson from Breaking 8 has only played 1 gig?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming to my first gig. After this concert, I'm retiring.
Of course not. Whether you're in a band playing multiple gigs a week or a family running multiple devices in your house, you need the speed and reliability to keep up. Multi-gig speeds with no lag, no buffering, always running at maximum volume. Feel like a rock star and call Consolidated for the multi-gig speed you need to amp up your internet today.
Howdy, partner. This is Cowboy Clay with my trusty steed, Hercules. There's a new stop on the map, Cowboy Station in Kildare, North Dakota. Whether you ride steel or saddle, Cowboy Station's got everything you need to fuel your rig, feed your crew, and fill your cup. Remember, y'all, don't forget to come on down to Cowboy Station, where we have everything you need for the trail ahead.
The dictionary defines community as a group of people living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
What do you get when you buy a vehicle from Dan Porter Motors?
Ooh, I know. Buy any vehicle from Dan Porter Motors and get car washes for life.
That's a long time when you're my age.
That's right, folks. Forever. No diaper required. Get free car washes for life with any vehicle when you buy a car at Dan Porter Motors, 58601.
That's a pretty good deal.
Dan Porter Motors, baby approved, growing up guaranteed.
Again, 14-9 is our score at halftime. Let's hit the scoring summary for you. First of all here, Dickinson State got the initial lead on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard on a safety. Maroney tackled in the end zone by Wyatt Anderson, and it was 2-0. Then the Hawks again came back and got the football back, and Jay Freeze connected with Jackson Simonson for 28 yards and the touchdown, and Kaplan hit the PAT. It was 9-0. Dickinson State left in the first quarter, 37 seconds remained, and they led after the first quarter stop by a score of 9-0. Then MSU-Northern got going in the second quarter, outscoring Dickinson State 14-0. It was Maroney to Mason Aarons for 30 yards, and the PAT attempt by the kicker for MSU-Northern was up and good, and that made the score at the time 9-7 in favor of Dickinson State. Then Ty Nelson had a punt blocked after the Hawks had picked up a first down on a nice run by the quarterback at the time, Grovem, but the run came back, and it was 2nd and 1. He picked up 7 yards and a first down in the MSU Northern territory, came back, and then the Hawks couldn't convert the play for a first down after that, punted it, and MSU Northern blocked the punt. As the punt was blocked by Crawford Terry, who earlier in the game had intercepted a pass. He blocked it, and he recovered it in the end zone. Now, they say that Crawford, I had him blocking it and recovering. They say Wright also got a hand on it with a block, and Terry recovered it. So we'll give those two credit. A combo block and touchdown, 13-10 after the PAT attempt was good. 14-9, I should say, after the PAT attempt was good. And that's where we stand at halftime, 14-9. Let's take a quick summary and a quick look at the team numbers, first of all, for Dickinson State and MSU Northern in the rushing department. Dickinson State has rushed for 130 yards in this football game. MSU Northern 28. Passing yards, the Blue Hawks, Grovem, and Freeze have combined in the passing department. Actually, Freeze has thrown 4 of 7 for 90 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. And Maroney, 6 of 11, 73 yards, 1 touchdown, and no interception. Total yards, Dickinson State has run 37 plays in the first half for 220 yards with just 9 points to show for it. And MSU Northern has only 100 total yards. And, of course, they got the big special team block punt for 101 yards on 25 plays for Dickinson State. First downs, Dickinson State 10, MSU Northern 6. And in the turnover department for Dickinson State and MSU Northern, the Hawks lost the fumble down at the 2-yard line, going in for a score at the end of the first half, trying to get the lead back, but MSU Northern got on top of it. And then MSU Northern, of course, had one pass, no passes intercepted. Dickinson State had a pass intercepted, so the Hawks with 2 turnovers and a blocked punt, and that spelled the difference in this ball game for the MSU Northern as they lead it 14-9. Again, Dickinson State 0 of 3 in red zone chances. That's been their problem all year. They get there a lot, but have not been able to score. And today it's been the case again. And MSU Northern has not had a red zone opportunity. Individual leaders, let's go to Dickinson State. Again, remember, Marcus Sanders got hurt early with the concussion, and he has not played. So that brought in Freeze and Grovem, and Freeze kind of the passing quarterback, Grovem kind of the running quarterback. And the leading rusher, Simonson, 11 carries for 49. Dossinger, 6 carries for 37. Grovem, 11 for 34. Maroney, 8 for 15. And Williams, 6 for 13 for MSU Northern. Leading receivers, Adrian Caldron, 2 catches, 47 yards. Simonson, 1 for 28 and a touchdown. Shelton, 2 for 25 in the ball game. And Aarons, 1 for 30 and a touchdown. Defensive leaders for MSU Northern, Litzinger with a total in the ballgame, or let's check it, Leopi with a total of 4, Klein with a total of 5 for MSU Northern leading the way, and Tapu with a total of 6 tackles. Dickinson State, they have been led by Wyatt Faircloth. He has a couple of tackles in this football game, and a total of 3 tackles apiece for Selly in the ball game, and also for Ben Glasscock in the ball game are your individual leaders offensively and defensively. But again, those are the stats. The stat that matters is the scoreboard. And at halftime, MSU Northern 14, Dickinson State 9. Let's see, let me take a look at the scoreboard here. We'll send it back to our friends at KPQX-FM in Haber. We'll send it back there. We'll send it back to our studios at KPIX. And Consolidated, we'll give them a 12-minute break. So we'll come back in 12 minutes with second half action. MSU-Northern 14, Dickinson State 9, back in 12 minutes.
Big Boy Toys.
Looking for a turnkey business with a proven track record? For over 50 years, our family has helped yours feel right at home with quality furniture, trusted brands, and a service that always came with a smile. Now it's time to pass the torch. Our family-owned furniture business is for sale, including all inventory, delivery trucks, and a loyal customer base. This is your solid opportunity to own a piece of history that is built on decades of care. Call 483-5108 and ask how you can own a piece of family tradition and keep the comfort going.
At Infinity Real Estate Group, we go to great lengths to find the answers to most any questions our clients may have. We strive to do our best to personalize your buying or selling experience with firsthand knowledge.
I really love Dickinson. How is the weather here in North Dakota?
You know what? It's amazing. We can have all 4 seasons in 1 week. When it's time to choose the team to represent you with all your real estate needs, choose Infinity Real Estate Group. Experience the Infinity way.
Infinity Real Estate Group. As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here.
The Hub in North Dickinson is more than your ordinary convenience store. From Godfather's Pizza and the Hub Cafe to gourmet coffee, tea, and more. Stop by early for breakfast or grab something to go. We carry a variety of donuts that we make fresh every day. If your vehicle is dirty, we now have a state-of-the-art car wash at both locations. Stop in and see what we have to offer at the Hub located on North Highway 22 or the Hub West Dakota Oil on East Villard in Dickinson. We're changing the way people think about the convenience store industry.
Saving money feels impossible when you're young, but Western Cooperative Credit Union is here to help. Our CU Succeed program gives you monthly interest payments, free checking, easy and secure online banking, and a 1% discount on a one-time loan. Plus, earn cash for being on the honor roll with our Good Grades program. Get started today at wccu.org. Western Cooperative Credit Union. Join the herd. Visit us today. Federally insured by NCUA.
West Dakota Oil and Fitterer Oil Company proudly offers products and services that help fuel our customers' lives with clean burning propane and bulk fuel and convenient on-site delivery with premium farm and road fuels. We provide energy where and when you need it most with locations throughout Southwest North Dakota. West Dakota Oil and Fitterer Oil Company. Locally owned, locally strong. The products you need with the service you deserve.
Rooted in the heart of our vibrant communities stands Bravera Bank, offering complete financial services for banking, wealth management, and insurance. From home loans and checking accounts,
Let me tell you about the cashback rewards with this account.
to wealth management, we'll help you forge your path ahead.
Let's create a plan to reach your financial goals. Sounds great.
With specialty insurance coverage, our advisors ensure your operation can carry on.
Looks like it's going to be a great harvest.
Do you think Benny Paulson from Breaking 8 has only played 1 gig?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming to my first gig. After this concert, I'm retiring.
Of course not. Whether you're in a band playing multiple gigs a week or a family running multiple devices in your house, you need the speed and reliability to keep up. Multi-gig speeds with no lag, no buffering, always running at maximum volume. Feel like a rock star and call Consolidated for the multi-gig speed you need to amp up your internet today.
Howdy, partner. This is Cowboy Clay with my trusty steed, Hercules. There's a new stop on the map, Cowboy Station in Killdeer, North Dakota. Whether you ride steel or saddle, Cowboy Station's got everything you need to fuel your rig, feed your crew, and fill your cup. Remember, y'all, don't forget to come on down to Cowboy Station, where we have everything you need for the trail ahead.
The dictionary defines community as a group of people living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck, because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
What do you get when you buy a vehicle from Dan Porter Motors?
Ooh, I know. Buy any vehicle from Dan Porter Motors and get car washes for life.
That's a long time when you're my age.
That's right, folks. Forever. No diaper required. Get free car washes for life with any vehicle when you buy a car at Dan Porter Motors, 58601.
That's a pretty good deal.
Dan Porter Motors, baby approved, growing up guaranteed.
The DSU Heritage Foundation would like to welcome the DSU Shooting Sports Team, who are selling 50-50 tickets today. Make sure to purchase your 50-50 tickets. Winning ticket will be drawn between the third and fourth quarters. Coach Stan and the Blue Hawks would like to thank the Blue Hawk Touchdown Club for their continued support of Blue Hawk football. Dickinson State University would like to thank the dedicated efforts of the Blue Hawk Booster Club for all that they do to support the advancement of DSU athletics. And fans, please do your part in keeping the BAC clean. Please pick up your trash and throw it away in the garbage cans located throughout the BAC. Fans on your feet for the second half kickoff.
To go here in the second half, Dickinson State trailing MSU-Northern. The Lights lead at 14-9 as we come back to the back and get ready to go to work for you. Sunshine, mid to upper 40s, the south wind at about 10 to 25. Wicker fields it at the 20, back across the 25, breaks to the outside, cuts inside at the 30 and brought down at the 31. So Wicker, with the return of about 12 in Dickinson State, has kind of been their own worst enemy. They had a punt block, recovered for a touchdown, have been down at the 2-yard line, had a fumble going into the end zone, recovered by the Lights. Were at the 2-yard line on 2nd and goal and didn't get into the end zone. So the Hawks have amassed some yardage, but have been unable to put many points on the board. Jace Freeze, the Grant County, North Dakota product, Grant County Flasher High School product out of Elgin, North Dakota, working at quarterback. Sanders went out with that injury, then possible concussion, and ready to go to work. They go to Gunlack and fake it to him. They get it off to Simonson. He tries to cut outside, breaks the tackle at the 40, and he's out to the 41-yard line, close to first down yardage. He did get 10, so Simonson will go for 10 yards on the play for Dickinson State. And Simonson this afternoon now, his 12th carry for 60 yards in the football game. Blue Hawks have had good success running the football this afternoon, 141 yards rushing. First down and 10 for Dickinson State. That is first down number 10 for the Blue Hawks. Freeze back to pass out in the flat. He's got a man open. Simonson at the 45. Stumbles forward to about the 48-yard line. And that'll be a pickup of 7 for Simonson on the play. He has a touchdown reception out of the backfield. So Dickinson State will go to work. Second down and 2 at their own 48-yard line. The Blue Hawks will go to work. 5 of 8 now in the passing department. 97 yards, a touchdown interception for Freeze. They fake it to Dossinger. They got Wicker at the 45. He's at the 40, inside the 40, down to the, about the 38-yard line. So that'll be a pickup on the play of 14 to Wicker. And it'll bring up a first down for Dickinson State, their 11th first down. So first and 10 for the Hawks at the 38-yard line of MSU-Northern. And Dickinson State moving the football again, as they have, but again, just have hurt themselves with mistakes and turnovers. Again, ready, Freeze, puts Dossinger to his right. Long count. Dossinger stays to block. Freeze rolls to his left. Looking across the middle, he's got a receiver out there. That's going to be hauled in and taken in by Cauldron, and he'll haul it in, and that'll be a pickup. Big hit down there at the 32-yard line, a pickup of 9 on that reception. So second down and 2 for Dickinson State at the 32 of MSU-Northern. I was making second down and 3 for Dickinson State at the 32 of MSU-Northern. 13 minutes left to go, third quarter, 14-9. MSU-Northern in the lead over the Blue Hawks of Dickinson State. Freeze ready, Dossinger to his right in the shotgun. They run that little jet sweep. They get it to Clark. He breaks the tackle at the 30, dives close to the first down marker at the 28-yard line, and that'll be a pickup of 4 for Clark on that wide receiver jet sweep, and that is a first down for Dickinson State University as the Blue Hawks again pick up a first down. First and 10. First down number 12 for Dickinson State. Freeze again, running controls here. Dossinger in the backfield. Gilbert comes right to left, tight end. Sets at the line of scrimmage. Twin receiver left, to the north end they go. Down the hatchback, here's Dossinger. He's hit right at the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No loss, no gain on the play for Dossinger, so it'll bring up a second down situation for Dickinson State. Second and 10. Seventh play of this drive for the Blue Hawks. Back into the ball game for Dickinson State. They've used 3 running backs, and back in there, Caleb Rist now. Rist, Simonson, and Dossinger have work there for Dickinson State. They'll go right side formation, right hash mark, moving to the north end. Short side of the field, the Northern Montana, short side of the field. Freeze drops back out of the gun. He's got some time, looking deep, throws it up for grabs. Wicker's back there. He's got a touchdown. Jackson Wicker, the sophomore out of Miles City. No flags down, and Wicker comes up with the reception for Dickinson State. Nicely done by the Blue Hawks, and they get on the board as that touchdown pass. Oops, I lost my monitor here. I'm hoping I can get that reset, but Wicker will go for the touchdown for Dickinson State. So a nice play. 32-yard touchdown pass. Freeze to Wicker. PAT attempt upcoming for the Hawks. They lead at 15-14. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So Dickinson State grabs the lead back on an 8-play, 69-yard drive for Dickinson State. And the Blue Hawks take the lead 16-14 over MSU-Northern. We'll come back with the kickoff to MSU-Northern in 1 minute.
Boy Toys. DTE.
Looking for a turnkey business with a proven track record?
Need him. Well, back with you. Dickinson State will kick it off. Yeah, Trace. Again, ready to go to work. Back with you, excuse me. The kickoff coming from the Blue Hawks. Dickinson State will kick it off. Kaplan, a high end over end kick, and the Lights are going to watch it sail in and out of the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Again, an 8-play, 69-yard drive for Dickinson State University. And Wicker hauls in the touchdown pass from Freeze, who's now 8 of 12 for 154 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. And MSU-Northern takes over at their own 25-yard line. Dickinson State again back in the lead, led 9-0 at one time. Again, ready to go to work. Hand off straight ahead. Back with you again after the carry. Got a player getting up slowly for Dickinson State, but up quickly off the ground and ready to go to work. Mace Stuber out of Bowman, North Dakota. No gain on that play for the Lights. Bring up a second down. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Second down and 10. Maroney again goes to work. So Maroney at quarterback, pistol formation. Long count this time by Maroney. Drops back to pass. Scrambles. Oh, he's got miles to run across the 35, across the 40, and brought down right at the 40. Boy, he dropped back. He saw the field open up. Coming up to make the tackle finally for Dickinson State was Carter, but not before. He goes for 15 yards. Great read and great run by Maroney. And he picks up 15, and for MSU-Northern, first down number 7 in the football game. And the Lights, again, haven't rushed for a lot, but that 15-yarder gives them 43 yards rushing in the football game. So first and 10. So first and 10 at the 40-yard line of MSU-Northern. So they keep the drive alive. Maroney now going with a couple of different people in the backfield. We'll double check that for you momentarily here.
There's a flag on the play.
Timeout going to be taken. Not quite sure why and who took it, but we do have a timeout. Timeout, MSU-Northern. 9:45 left to go. Third quarter, Dickinson State 16, MSU-Northern 14. We'll come back in 1 minute.
For over 50 years, our family has helped yours feel right at home with quality furniture, trusted brands, and a service that always came with a smile. Now it's time to pass the torch. Our family-owned furniture business is for sale, including all inventory, delivery trucks, and a loyal customer base. This is your solid opportunity to own a piece of history that is built on decades of care. Call 483-5108 and ask how you can own a piece of family tradition and keep the comfort going.
At Infinity Real Estate Group, we go to great lengths to find the answers to most any questions our clients may have. We strive to do our best to personalize your buying or selling experience with firsthand knowledge.
I really love Dickinson. How is the weather here in North Dakota?
You know what? It's amazing. We can have all 4 seasons in 1 week. When it's time to choose the team to represent you with all your real estate needs, choose Infinity Real Estate Group. Experience the Infinity way.
Infinity Real Estate Group.
And this time it goes to Williams, and he's got nowhere to go. So Williams again. So Williams goes for no gain. So second, well, let's give him a pickup of a yard. They've given them forward progress for a yard. So second down and 9 at their own 41-yard line. The lights down now by 2. 16-14 to the Blue Hawks. Maroney again goes pistol formation. Long count. This time straight ahead again, and maybe 2-3 yards on the play. Williams again on the carry. Will pick up yardage to the 43, so we'll call that a pickup of 2 on the play. It'll bring up third down and 7 from MSU-Northern at their own 43-yard line. 8:45 remaining to play, third quarter. Dickinson State, their first drive of the second half. That touchdown pass to Wicker for the Blue Hawks resulted in a PAT success by Kaplan, and it made it 16-14 Dickinson State. Going wide to the far side for Northern now. Benson into the ball game as a wide out. Coming wide below us is Shelton. Back to pass Maroney, looking, firing deep downfield. Is that going to be caught or incomplete? Incomplete. He was out of bounds. Good effort over there that time. Trying to come inbounds was Aarons, who caught a touchdown pass earlier, but just ran out of real estate over there. And the pass goes incomplete. So Maroney now in the football game is hit on 6 of 12 yards, and 6 of 12 attempts in the passing department, the 1 touchdown, and he has thrown for 73 yards in the football game, but punt time for MSU Northern. There's the punt up into that wind. It hangs a bit. Everybody getting out of the way. It'll take a nice bounce for MSU Northern inside the 30 and down to about the 23-yard line. So Dickinson State will take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line. So their own 23 with 8:05 remaining to play. Third quarter, Dickinson State in the lead, 16-14. We got a media timeout. Let's take a timeout along with our officials and players and teams here on the field. Dickinson State again on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard 16, MSU Northern 14, 8:05 left to go third quarter. We're back in a half minute.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here.
Back to JD and Mike in Kildare for the conclusion of the Cowboys and the Titans. JD? Well, back with you. Dickinson State will take over after that defensive stop against MSU Northern. Dickinson again. Has rushed for 145 yards in this football game. Passed for 154. Very balanced attack for the Blue Hawks, but have been hurt by block punts, stoppages at the goal line, and a fumble at the goal line. So they take over at their own 23. Jay Freeze working at quarterback. Wicker comes in motion. They're going to go to Dossinger straight ahead. Slides across the 25 out to the 27. The line of scrimmage actually the 24. So give Dossinger a pickup of 3 on the play for Dickinson State. Dossinger this afternoon in the contest has rushed a total of 8 times now for 41 yards. Second down and 7 for the Blue Hawks. 32-yard line. Again, ready. Freeze, shotgun, runners both sides. Simonson now in there, gets the call. He fights forward to about the 30-yard line. He'll pick up about 3 more. Will Simonson. So it'll be third down and 4 for the Blue Hawks. At the 30-yard line, their own 30-yard line. Simonson now 12 carries for 59 yards. Hawks' best rushing game they've had in probably 3 or 4 games now. Have had some success running the football between Dossinger, Grovem, and Simonson. So a big third down play for the MSU-Northern defense and the Dickinson State offense. Let's see what happens here. 7 minutes left to go, third quarter, 16-14. Dickinson State with the narrow lead. Freeze drops back out of the gun. He's got pressure. He's got time. He's got a receiver. Did he hang on to it? Let's wait and see. It's going to be a catch. Nice grab that time. Clark coming up with the catch. That goes out to the 41-yard line, an 11-yard reception. 9 now of 13 in the passing department. 165 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception for Freeze. First down number 14 for Dickinson State. And they have it at the MSU-Northern 41-yard line, or at their own, 41-yard line. Again, ready. Little pop pass. They got it to Gilbert. He's got a little catch and a little run. About a 4-yard pass, about a 5-yard run. It goes for 8 yards, they say, on the completion. So just a little pop pass across the middle. Bring up a second down and 2 for Dickinson State at the 49, their own 49-yard line. Tempo a little bit quicker for the Hawks here. Now they get reset. Gilbert goes into the slot. They'll go twins to the near side, Clark and Cauldron. Freeze back to pass, looking downfield. He's going to go deep, trying to get it to Gilbert, and Gilbert's tackled down there. So let's see who it goes against. We're going to have pass interference on somebody, not quite sure who it's going to go against. Let's wait and see. Gilbert was trying to get free, then he ran into the defender, then the defender grabbed him, so hold on. Let's wait and see what the call is. Goes against MSU Northern, so pass interference. That'll be first down number 15. It'll be 1st and 10 for Dickinson State. The ball will be spotted at the 36 of MSU Northern. So again, a penalty against the Lights gives the Blue Hawks a first down inside MSU Northern territory. They look to wrist. He's in the backfield across the middle again. They go to Gilbert on the tight end screen. He breaks the tackle all the way down to about the 21-yard line. And that'll be a pickup on the play from the 37 to the 21, a 16-yard pickup. And Jace Freeze has got the passing game rolling right now for Dickinson State. Their 16th first down, so 1st and 10 at the 22. They put it down at the MSU Northern 22. 7th play of this drive for the Blue Hawks, who lead it 16-14. Freeze again will set the offense for Dickinson State. Dossinger in the backfield in the shotgun beside Freeze. They fake it. They go out in the flat, and they throw it away, trying to go to Clark, but led him a little bit too far. Clark not quite ready for it. Thought it would come back to the backside shoulder. It went to the inside shoulder instead, and it goes incomplete. So it'll bring up a second down and 10 for the Blue Hawks, who lead at 16-14 on the CHI St. Alexius House scoreboard. Wicker back into the ball game for Dickinson State. The ball again at the MSU Northern 22-yard line. Dossinger ready again. Freeze ready to go to work. Drops back. Looks out in the flat. He's got a man out there. Nice little move. Breaking a tackle. Dossinger, he's at the 5. He's into the end zone. What a run and catch by Dossinger. No flags down. And that goes for 22 yards. Ty Dossinger caught it at the 17. Slipped 2 tackles. Cut towards the hash mark. Back towards the numbers. To the sideline, avoided 2 more tackles, and takes it in on a 22-yard touchdown pass to Ty Dossinger. Nicely done by the Blue Hawks, and the PAT attempt up and coming from Kaplan. So a nice drive by Dickinson State. 8 plays. They go 76 yards. Placement down. Kick is up. Kick is Good. So the key PAT is good, and Dickinson State leads it now by a score of 23-14 on the CHI Signal XCSL scoreboard. We'll come back in 1 minute with the Hawks kickoff to the Lights on KPQX FM Havre, KDIX Dickinson, and Consolidated in Dickinson. 1 minute break.
The Hub in North Dickinson is more than your ordinary convenience store. From Godfather's Pizza and the Hub Cafe to gourmet coffee, tea, and more. Stop by early for breakfast or grab something to go. We carry a variety of donuts that we make fresh every day. If your vehicle is dirty, we now have a state-of-the-art car wash at both locations. Stop in and see what we have to offer at the Hub located on North Highway 22 or the Hub West Dakota Oil on East Villard in Dickinson. We're changing the way people think about the convenience store industry.
Saving money feels impossible when you're young, but Western Cooperative Credit Union is here to help. Our CU's Succeed program gives you monthly interest payments, free checking, easy and secure online banking, and a 1% discount on a one-time loan. Plus, earn cash for being on the honor roll with our Good Grades program. Get started today at WCCU.org, Western Cooperative Credit Union. Join the herd. Visit us today. Federally insured by NCUA.
All right, back with you. Dickinson State again, a 7-play, they're making an 8-play drive, 76 yards, and they lead it now after the PAT by Kaplan, 23-14. So the Hawks 9 points in the first quarter, MSU-Northern 14 in the second quarter, Dickinson State 14 here in the third quarter. Kickoff's going to come down, bobbled at the 1, picked up there by MSU-Northern, and they'll bring it back out across the 10 to the 15. Still on his feet, flags down out across the 30 before finally being brought down. So we've got flags down, so let's hang on and wait and see what the call is.
Johnny McCluskey Jr. on the tackle. There is a flag on the play.
Here's our official. Blocked to the back by Northern. Got out to about the 23-yard line. They'll be at the 13, so they'll start at their own 13, will MSU-Northern. Again, the Lights trail now by 9 again. We're down 9-0. Got a 14-9 lead at halftime. And now trail by 9 again, 23-14 to Dickinson State. MSU-Northern 43 yards rushing, 73 yards passing in the football game. Again, Maroney will go to work at quarterback, the sophomore, 5'10", 175. Williams in the backfield. Williams gets to the outside, breaks the tackle, keeps his feet. He's got some good positive yardage. Best rush of the ball game other than Maroney's 15-yarder for the quarterback. Williams will pick up 11 on the rush and a first down for the Lights of MSU-Northern, their 8th first down. And they'll move the chains to the 23 of MSU-Northern. Or actually 24, let's call it, after that 11-yard pickup. 54 yards rushing as a team now for MSU-Northern. First down and 10. Sunshine covering the back. There's Maroney, a little option, and it's a good play over there. Who made it for Dickinson State? Number 34 coming up for the Blue Hawks, and he made a, oh no, that's Gillick, number 39. The senior from Dickinson Trinity. That'll be a loss from the 24 back to the 20. Great read by Nathaniel Gillick, the all-conference performer, linebacker. And that'll be a loss of 4 on the play. Bring up a second down and 14 at the 20 for MSU Northern. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left to go. Quarter number 3. Dickinson State leading 23-14. Rolling out Maroney, looking, firing downfield. He'll throw it away. Good coverage downfield. So good coverage. 6 of 13 again. Incompletion. 3rd and 14.
Fans on your feet for this Blue Hawk 3rd down.
Back with you again, ready to go to work. 3rd down and 14. Maroney will go to work. Long count on 3rd and 14. Drops back to pass. Across the middle, short catch. And that'll be out to the 24, a 4-yard reception, but well shy of first down yardage. All right, thanks, Jim. Right now, Dickinson State has built in that lead, 23-14. A touchdown pass. Jace Freeze got it off to Ty Dossinger, and a beautiful catch and run by Dossinger from 22 yards out. And he raced by a couple of tacklers, slid to the hash mark, hit a tackle, back to the numbers at the 10. Missed a tackler, missed him there, and then he got to the sideline and got into the end zone on a beautiful catch and run by, speaking of Dickinson Trinity, the Dickinson Trinity product. MSU-Northern now has just completed a short pass with 4th and 10 at their own 24-yard line. Most likely will punt it away. 3 minutes remaining to play here, as this game has just been kind of a strange game. Dickinson State led 9-0 first quarter. MSU-Northern came back and scored 14 points in the second quarter. Now Dickinson State has come back in the third quarter, and they have scored 14 points. And the Hawks, as we said, left a lot of points on the board. They got the ball in the middle portion of the first quarter down to the 2-yard line and had 3 cracks at getting it in. Didn't get it, did get a safety out of it. And then, of course, had a punt blocked in return for a touchdown. At the end of the first half, got down to the 2-yard line and had a 1st and goal, or 2nd and goal, and fumbled the football. But this half have taken care of the ball a bit better and have put some points on the board, has Dickinson State. They have nearly 400 yards in total offense, high end-over-end punt. It's going to be a short one. I don't know if somebody got a hand on it or not. I don't think so. It just got caught up. Again, that wind, not quite anywhere near as strong. And actually, talking to some people at halftime, it's turned into a little bit of a nice afternoon. We've been clear. It's been sunny here since the kickoff. A bit windier. The wind still blowing at times. The flags in the end zone, and sometimes not very much, sometimes a little bit. So we just kind of call it 15 to 25, but now probably more in that 10 to 15 mile per hour range. So the punt gives the ball back to Dickinson State, and the Hawks will go to work at their own 43-yard line. Or no, the MSU-Northern, 43-yard line, leading 23 to 14. Jace Freeze will go to work. Remember, Marcus Sanders went out early first series of the ball game with a concussion. Grovem and Sanders and Freeze have been playing quarterback, but Freeze majority here in the second half. He's airing it out again, going down for Clark, but it's overthrown. Triple coverage. MSU-Northern had 3 guys on Samaj Clark. He had a monster game up in Havre, 100 yards receiving. I believe he had 8 catches, a couple of touchdowns, and they're not going to let him beat him today. They had 3 guys on him, and Freeze saw that and just aired it out and threw it away. And it was a good choice by Freeze on the play. So Dickinson State will look at a 2nd and 10. Freeze now has hit on 12 of 18 passes. As we said, 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. Back to pass. Drops it out. Dossinger again at the 40, 35, 30. Cuts back at the 30 of that little fake. He's down inside the 20-yard line. Down to about the 18-yard line, 19-yard line. Nice catch and run, and that'll be a pickup of 24 to Dossinger. Now he's he's hobbling off. Made a great catch in that one, and he turned it into some big yardage, a 24-yard pickup. Let's see if he's okay. That brings Risk back in the ballgame. We haven't seen Simonson for a while in this game. Remember, Sanders, we said, went out right in the first series for Dickinson State with the concussion. Risk gets the carry. He's at the 20, slips a tackle, and falls forward to the 18-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 2 for Risk on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 8 for Dickinson State. The Hawks, again, 162 yards rushing in this football game. Freeze has thrown in this football game for a total of 236 yards in the contest. 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. 2nd down and 8 for Dickinson State. And again, the ball at the 18 of MSU-Northern. Handoff, Risk straight ahead, 15, breaks the tackle, he's at the 10, still on his feet, inside the 10, down near the 5. Good hard running, they'll put it back at the 7 with a knee touch, but that'll be a pickup of 11 for Risk on the play. And it'll bring up a 1st down and goal for Dickinson State, so 1st and goal for the Blue Hawks. Hawks over 400 yards now in total offense in this ball game. Dossinger, good to see him back into the contest. time to look and see if I can see Simons. Oh, there's Simonson right below me by the training table, not on it, so I don't know if he's banged up. He's hobbling a little bit too, so he's moving a little bit, but not very well. So first and goal, again, handoff, right side and keeping it that time. Let's see, I'm trying to see who they slid in there that time for Dickinson State. That might have been, I'm going to double check it. Yeah, that was Grovem, yep. Grovem came back in. He likes to run it, so Grovem goes from the 7 to the 2, picks up 5. It'll be second and goal at the 2-yard line of MSU-Northern. The Blue Hawks trying to build on this lead. This could be the final play of the third quarter. 23 Dickinson State, 14 MSU-Northern. Now, are they going to let it run out or not? Let's wait and see. No, they're going to go. They've got time to get it off. As Freeze will call out signals. Down to 4, down to 3. They go with the little pop pass trying to get it to Gilbert, and Gilbert's going to be covered up. And the time runs out on the incompletion on the pass play. 20th pass of the afternoon for Freeze. Ends the third quarter as an incompletion. And Dickinson State will take a lead into the fourth quarter. It'll be a third down and goal situation for Dickinson State at the 2-yard line. Hawks lead it 23-14 over the lights. We're back on KPQX FM in Haber, KDIX in Dickinson, and Consolidated Television on Dickinson in 1 minute.
Rooted in the heart of our vibrant communities stands Bravera Bank, offering complete financial services for banking, wealth management, and insurance. From home loans and checking accounts,
Let me tell you about the cashback rewards with this account.
to wealth management, we'll help you forge your path ahead.
Let's create a plan to reach your financial goals. Sounds great.
With specialty insurance coverage, our advisors ensure your operation can carry on.
Looks like it's going to be a great harvest.
Do you think Benny Paulson from Breaking 8 has only played 1 gig?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming to my first gig. After this concert, I'm retiring.
Of course not. Whether you're in a band playing multiple gigs a week or a family running multiple devices in your house, you need the speed and reliability to keep up. Multi-gig speeds with no lag, no buffering, always running at maximum volume. Feel like a rock star and call Consolidated for the multi-gig speed you need to amp up your internet today.
All right, back with you as we go to the fourth quarter. Dickinson State now, 236 passing in the football game, 173 rushing. MSU-Northern, 50 yards rushing and 77 yards passing. First downs, Dickinson State 17, MSU-Northern with a total of 8 first downs. The Hawks have it, third and goal at the 2-yard line. Gilbert will go to the slot tight. Grovem now in at quarterback. Dossinger in at running back. Put a man in motion. Grovem's going to tuck it, keep it, and he's going to run into the end zone for a touchdown. Little dive off the right side, fake left, came back right, and Grovem on the 2-yard touchdown run, and the Blue Hawks add to their lead now over MSU-Northern, 29-14 with the PAT attempt up and coming for Dickinson State University. Kaplan in to attempt the PAT. So first down for Dickinson State. First down number 18 in the football game, and the touchdown, of course. Their 18th first down. They got it earlier on the drive. Gunlock will hold. Placement down. Kick is up. Did it get through the uprights? Plenty of distance. It did go through, so it's good. And Dickinson State builds that lead now to 30-14 over MSU-Northern on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. A 7-play drive that covered 43 yards for Dickinson State, and the Hawks increase their lead now to 16, 30-14. We'll come back to the back, 14:56 remaining to play in the fourth quarter. We'll come back in 30 seconds.
Howdy, partner. This is Cowboy Clay with my trusty steed, Hercules. There's a new stop on the map, Cowboy Station in Killdeer, North Dakota. Whether you ride steel or saddle, Cowboy Station's got everything you need to fuel your rig, feed your crew, and fill your cup. Remember, y'all, don't forget to come on down to Cowboy Station, where we have everything you need for the trail ahead.
Instead of ending drives in turnovers, or block punts. They're scoring touchdowns, and they have opened up now a 16-point lead, 30-14 over MSU-Northern here, just underway, 2 seconds into the fourth quarter. Kaplan will kick it off. Line drive kick. It's going to carry down, and it's going to be fielded at the 10-yard line. Bringing it back into play, Benson, and he'll bring it back across the 20 to the 25, and that's where MSU-Northern will go to work, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Dickinson State and both MSU-Northern looking for the first win in divisional play. Dickinson State's defensive unit comes out. Brandon Rock out there. Also in that defensive line for Dickinson State, Wyatt Anderson. Also manning up is Dylan Dahlgren for the Hawks. Riley Waters for Dickinson State. We've got some new people in there also. They rotate so many people in and out. And Maroney now will go to work, 1st and 10 at his own 25-yard line with 14:48 left to play in the football game. Maroney back to pass, penalty flag down. I think delay a game will be the call. Yep, delay a game, so it'll be a 1st and 15 at the 20-yard line for MSU-Northern. Didn't get it off in time. Dickinson State. Again, let's take a look at that secondary. Good to see Chase Selly back in there. Selly back in there. Also back in there, Ryan Rock for Dickinson State. Carter back there, and Hartman for Dickinson State. Hawks will go with a four-man front in this series for Maroney. He goes pistol, drops back out of it, scrambles. He's hit. He's going to break a tackle. Selly hits him at the line of scrimmage, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage as he was going to run with it and then just tucked it and fell forward. It'll be a tackle for a loss by Dickinson State. Good pursuit up front by the Hawks, so it'll be a loss of a yard on the rush by Maroney, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 16 now for MSU-Northern. The Lights have rushed for 49 yards in this football game. Dickinson State has rushed for a total in this football game of 180 yards. Hawks over 400 yards in total offense. MSU-Northern just barely over 100 yards, and Dickinson State leads it 30-14. Back to pass Maroney, pressure out in the flat. He's got a receiver. It's going to be hauled in for a catch of about 5 yards, 6 yards. Nice effort over there on the far sideline as they untangle the bodies over there for MSU-Northern. Looks like number 88 maybe coming up with the catch. Benson, the wide receiver, it was, and Benson will pick up 6 on that reception. 8 of 15 now passing for Maroney in the ball game. 85 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. 3rd down and 9 for MSU-Northern at the 26, their own 26-yard line. 13 and a half minutes remaining to play in this one. Dickinson State 30, MSU-Northern 14. Ready to go to work. Maroney at quarterback. Ethan, a 5'10 sophomore, drops back to pass. Got time, throws it out in the flat. That's going to be off the fingertips. Back on the coverage, Carter that time. Also back on the coverage for Dickinson State was Rock. The intended receiver that time was Aarons, who caught a touchdown pass back in the 2nd quarter, but it goes over his head and over Carter's head and incomplete. And that will bring up a punting situation for MSU-Northern, who trails again 30-14 to Dickinson State University. Hawks will get the ball back. And to do the punting, Antonio. High punt, end over end. Gunlack signaling for the fair catch. He's got it at about the 30-yard line.
The Antonio punt is fair caught by Kel Gunlock at the Blue Hawk 32.
So they'll put it into play. They say the 32-yard line. So Dickinson State, who has got the offense going here in the second half of this football game, as we said, they started to stay away from turnovers and mistakes and penalties and have been able to put points on the board. And that's kind of been their problem this year, is just those mistakes and turnovers have taken away so many opportunities in close games. Well, it was a close game in the first half, but Dickinson State has put a total now in the second half of 21 points on the board and lead at 30-14, and they'll go to work at their own 32 with 13:09 left to play in the football game. Let's choose in a quarterback. They're going to go with Grovem, and he kind of is the running quarterback. Freeze has had a great day, 3 touchdown passes, facing Marcus Sanders, the starter, who went out in the first series with a concussion, an apparent concussion. See if we got a flag down over there. Not quite sure. Wrist on the carry. Nope, I don't see a flag down. So be a pickup from the 32 to the 36, a 4-yard pickup for Dickinson State. And the Blue Hawks again will go 2nd and 6. So 2nd and 6 for the Blue Hawks. Dickinson State looking at 2nd down and 6 at the 36. Wrist again, straight ahead, breaks the tackle at the 45. He's out across the 46 to the 48. And that will be a pickup on the play of 12 for Caleb Wrist. He said the Hawks running game has been very impressive today, from Simonson, who now looks like he's out with maybe a possible injury, to Dossinger, who's had a nice day, to Wrist, who's had a nice day, and Grovem, who's had a nice day. Much easier game when you can run the football. Dickinson State's 19th first down, 1st and 10 at the 48, their own 48, and they'll take a look to the sideline. Wicker back into the ball game. Cauldron comes wide near side. Clark goes wide far side with Wicker. Wicker comes in motion. They like to sometimes run that little jet sweep, but they go back to Dossinger. He cuts across the 50 and powers his way to the 49, and Ty will pick up yardage on the play of about 3, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 7 in the football game. 2nd down and 7 at the 40. See where they put it down at. 49-yard line of MSU-Northern. Dossinger and Wrist will both be in the ball game now for Dickinson State. Again, Hawks just taking their time, looking to the sideline, and again, really just working that clock a little bit and taking their time and trying to make the most of this 16-point lead. There's a handoff again. Wrist goes straight ahead. No, Dossinger straight ahead. Breaks the tackle at the 40. He's inside the 35 down to the 30, and that flag came out late. And you know it's going to be a hold. And Dossinger just ran for about 20 yards. And there you go again. Every time a good play comes, it seems like Dickinson State this year has hit a penalty or had something go wrong. They lead now a little more comfortably than they have, but it's been one of those type of years where the big plays have seemed to be erased by a penalty. There's a big play. 20 yards, and it's a 10-yard penalty, and it'll go back into Dickinson State territory, back to where they put it down at, the 41 of DSU. So the run by Dossinger for just about 20-plus yards comes off the board, and Dickinson State will look at 2nd down now and long for the Blue Hawks. So 2nd down and long for Dickinson State. The ball again spotted at the 41-yard line, their own 41-yard line. 30-14, Blue Hawks in the lead. There's a handoff. This time, nope, not the handoff. Grovem's just going to keep it, and he's just going to run with it, fake the handoff.
Hudson Grovem on the carry for a gain of 2 yards. Brings up a 3rd and 15.
So Grovem will pick up about 3 yards on the play. Dickinson State, again, as we said, a good day running the football this afternoon. Good balance. Brings up a 3rd down now, and about, let's call it 3rd and about, they're at the 43. After that 3-yard pickup of 2, now 3rd down and about 16 to go for a 1st down for Dickinson State. We'll call it 3rd and 15 at their own 43-yard line, leading 30-14. Again, ready. Freeze back in the ball game. He steps up in the pocket, gets away from some pressure. He's just going to go down, and he's going to be dropped at the line of scrimmage, so no loss, no gain on the play. And it'll be punt time for Dickinson State. And the Blue Hawks will punt it back to MSU-Northern. There's nothing gained and nothing lost. Freeze tried to scramble and get free and get some room, but again, nothing happened that time, so Dickinson State will get the ball back, or kick the ball back to MSU-Northern with 9 minutes remaining to play, leading 30-14 on the CHI St. Alexius Cell scoreboard. Again, Ty Nelson in to do the punting for Dickinson State, the Dickinson High junior. High end over end, as we said, the wind has died down considerably. That punt's going to be fielded back at about the 22-yard line, down on the coverage. Now we got a flag down, so let's wait and see what the flag's about. Good coverage downfield by Dickinson State.
And Ryan Rock.
Let's see what the referee comes up with. Not quite sure what the call's going to be. They're still discussing it, the officials down there. The flag down at the 24, holding Legal block maybe is the call. First down. They'll step it off, so MSU Northern will get the ball back. But it'll be back inside the 15, back at the 11-yard line. So the Lights will get it back.
Tickets out once again. The number is blue ticket 465.
So the Lights down by 16, 30-14 with just under 9 minutes. We got a timeout. Let's take a quick break here on KPQX FM in Havre, KDIX in Dickinson, Consolidated Television. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
The dictionary defines community as a group of people living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
Again, leading the Lights 30-14. Ball back at the 11. That's where MSU Northern will go to work. First meeting between these two teams, 33-16. Dickinson State with the win. They lead in this one, 30-14. Got some new folks again hustling in and out defensively. Max Eaton into the ball game for Dickinson State. All new people on that front line now for Dickinson State defensively. Secondary remains the same. Some new linebackers in there also. Maroney stays in at quarterback. Williams up there. Hartman comes up and makes the hit. The line of scrimmage is about the 11. He gets to about the 16, maybe 17. Let's give him a pickup of 5 on the play for Williams. Again, the Lights this afternoon have rushed for a total of 54 yards in this contest. 2nd and 4 at the 16. Straight ahead they go. First down yardage, I think so. Nice carry that time. Nice effort on the carry that time. Is Williams of Dickinson State now almost exclusively with new players in there. That 6-yard pickup will give MSU Northern a first down, their 9th first down in the football game. So first down and 10 for MSU Northern. Ball back at the 22-yard line, their own 22-yard line. 8:05 remaining to play. 30-14. Dickinson State in the lead over the Lights. Again, they go with that stack offensive pistol formation. Quarterback and then 3 running backs straight behind him. There's a snap. They fake it. He's going to drop out the pass. They send everybody out, looking deep downfield, and they overthrow the intended receiver, trying to get it off on the far sideline that time at about midfield. And it's good coverage, and then the pass overthrown on top of it, so it goes incomplete. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 for MSU Northern. Again, long throw downfield by Maroney that time, but just couldn't connect with his receiver that time. I believe that was Volstad. Yes, it was, so it goes incomplete. 8 of 17 now in the passing department for Maroney for 85 yards, 1 touchdown. 2nd and 10 at the 22, their own 22. This time they go to Williams on the handoff, and this time Williams hit right at the line of scrimmage. Coming up defensively for Dickinson State, initial contact that time. Brent Stentoff, the linebacker, coming up, making the initial contact, and then helping out was another new ball player into the ball game for Dickinson State. Nicely done by the Blue Hawks. And again, the Northern Lights, no gain, no loss on the play, so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 10 at the 22. 7 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in this one. The Blue Hawks trying to snap their longest losing streak in about a half century at 6 games, and they're in front right now, 30-14. Long count. Dropping back. Maroney hit as he throws it. Goes out, and he overthrows his intended receiver that time, Shelton, on the near far sideline in front of the MSU Northern bench. And punt time for MSU Northern. They will punt it back to Dickinson State University. So the Blue Hawks again will get the football back, leading 30-14. Gunlack will go back deep to receive for Dickinson State. Again, we haven't had a Players Sports Bar and Grill sack yet today. Big thank you to Rob and the crew at Players Sports Bar and Grill, great sponsor on KDIX, and they bring you the sack attack for Trinity. Dickinson State, Dickinson High. Gunlack's going to watch that one bounce, and now he's going to go back and chase it down at the 20-yard line. He's got nowhere to go. Now we got a block, and now we've got the players down at the 16-yard line. So Gunlock not quite sure, and then saw it was going to maybe take a really big-time bounce back towards the goal line. So Gunlock said, I better pick it up. He did it to 18 and got back to the 19, turned back to the 16, and that's where he ended up going down. So Dickinson State, again, will go to work, leading in the ball game by a score of 30-16. They'll take over at their own. They put it out to the 18-yard line, so they'll take over with 6:47 remaining to play on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard. I think we'll see Grovem pretty much the rest of the way at quarterback. Hawks not real interested in passing, and it's been a good day for Jace Freeze passing, the young man out of Elgin, North Dakota, Grant County High School. 13 of 23 touchdowns, 223 passing, and 1 interception. Again, they put Wicker in motion, fake to him, but go back to Caleb Rist straight ahead. He's got some room out to the 25-yard line, and we're going to see a lot of that from Dickinson State. Hawks not interested in scoring, interested in burning time up and getting away with the victory to snap a long losing streak. MSU-Northern will do their best to try and get a stop here and get the football back and try and get back on the board. Call that a pickup of about 7 for Rist on the carry. Hawks closing in on 200 yards rushing and 197 for the Blue Hawks. Rist this afternoon, 6 carries for 41 yards. Again, ready to go to work. Grovem out of the shotgun, Rist to his left. They put the man in motion. That is Gage. Yep, they put him in motion and run right behind him, and Rist is all the way across the 30. What a run by Rist. That's going to be a pickup to the 35-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play for Rist. Nice run by Caleb Rist. A 10-yard run, first down number 20 for Dickinson State. Now we got a flag down, so let's hold on and see what we've got here. The flag came in pretty late. They put the ball down. Where they got the ball down? About the 34-yard line, so that was a pickup of about 10. Now the penalty's going to be assessed. Here we go. Unsportsmanlike conduct, MSU-Northern. That's a 15-yard penalty, so it's another first down, 21st first down. And after the 10-yard run, they tack on another 15 yards out to midfield, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Dickinson State at midfield. So unsportsmanlike conduct. I wonder if it's against number 14. Leopi comes out of the ball game, it looks like, so he will check out. And I'm not sure if it was him or not, but he came off in a hurry. Leopi. And Dickinson State will have the football. Gage Gilbert again looks to the sideline, as does Hunter Grovem. He'll come up. They'll work out of the shotgun. Looks like Rist will remain the running back. As you said, Simonson went out. We've seen a lot of Dossinger and Rist here in the second half. Straight ahead again, and let's make sure we got the right guy there. And again, just fighting for some good positive yardage. About 5-6 yards on first down. And Tangle down there. A lot of white, a lot of blue.
Dawson Zuroff on the carry for a gain of 5 yards.
Is that Zuroff on the carry? Might have been. Yeah, that is Zuroff, number 26. So Zuroff will go on the carry for Dickinson State. So Dawson on the carry for 6 yards on the play. Brings up a second down and 4 for Dickinson State at the 44 of MSU-Northern. Again, Groveland just lets that play clock wind down with 4 minutes and 42 seconds. They said the Hawks not interested in scoring here at all. They just want to wind the clock down here at the back. If they get a score, that's fine. If they don't, that's fine too. They lead 30-14 on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard. They go right back to Dawson Zuroff. He's got some room. He's at the 40, the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Dawson Zuroff, no flag. He will go a total on the play of 49, make it 44 yards for Dawson Zuroff. How about that? Dawson Zuroff breaks out on the right side and races 44 yards to the end zone, and Dickinson State will take the lead and add to it 36-14. The New Salem Holstein with a burst down the right side, reminiscent of his brother Braden when he played at Dickinson State, and he just outraced everybody to the end zone. A 44-yard touchdown run for Dawson Zuroff in the PAT attempt upcoming for the Blue Hawks. Kaplan puts it up. It's good, and Dickinson State with 4:19 remaining to play goes 82 yards in 4 plays, with 44 of them coming from Dawson Zuroff. The PAT kick is good, and the Blue Hawks lead at 37-14 over MSU-Northern. We'll come back with the Hawks kickoff to the lights. We'll do it in 60 seconds.
What do you get when you buy a vehicle from Dan Porter Motors?
Ooh, I know. Buy any vehicle from Dan Porter Motors and get car washes for life.
That's a long time when you're my age.
That's right, folks. Forever. No diaper required. Get free car washes for life with any vehicle when you buy a car at Dan Porter Motors, 58601.
That's a pretty good deal.
Dan Porter Motors, baby approved, growing up guaranteed.
Thank you much, Tristan. Back with you. Kickoff coming, a high, short, end-over-end kickoff down to the 20-yard line, fielded by MSU-Northern. They break a tackle out across the 40, out to the 45-yard line before being brought down there. On the return, now we got another flag down.
There is a flag on the play.
Zach Foss on the return. Little shoving and pushing there by MSU-Northern. Let's see. Unsportsmanlike conduct. MSU-Northern again. And they'll step 15 yards off. It's back to the 30-yard line, so that's where MSU-Northern again. A 4-play, 82-yard drive, and Dawson Zeroff finishes off with a 44-yard touchdown run for Dickinson State. First down and 10 for the Lights. They take over, 4:11 remaining to play. 28 unanswered points by Dickinson State here in the second half after trailing by 5 at halftime. Pass goes out in the flat. Going to be hauled down by out there in the flat by Wolfstad. So Wolfstad will pick up some positive yardage. Wolfstad will pick up yardage out to the 34. That'll be a pickup of 4 on that reception. And let's see if Maroney's in there. Nope, we got a new quarterback, it looks like, in there now. Let's double check and see. Nope, it's still Maroney, excuse me. So Maroney stays in the ball game. 9 of 19 passing in the ball game for 90 yards, a touchdown, no interceptions. Maroney looking for the pass out in the flat. Did he hang on to it? I think he did.
The Maroney pass is complete.
It's complete out to the 44-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play. A first down for MSU-Northern. First down, number 10 in the ball game. 10 of 20 now for 100 yards passing for Maroney. Back to pass again. Here comes the pressure. He evades it initially. He's getting chased down. Flags down. He got a holding penalty. Now we got a pass interference call on Dickinson State. So we got a hold on MSU-Northern. Pass interference on Dickinson State. The penalties most likely will offset. They offset, so we'll just go back to first down and 10 for MSU-Northern at their own 44-yard line. Back into the ball game for MSU-Northern comes Shelton. Wolfstead will go wide to the far side. Nope, he comes wide to the near side. Also coming wide will be Benson. They'll go twins near side, solo far side. Shotgun, nope, pistol this time. Back to pass Maroney. He's looking deep. He's airing it out, going for 6. He overthrows it, trying for the INT down there for Dickinson State. Closest guy to it that time was for Dickinson State. That is Medlock, and he couldn't get to it, so it goes incomplete. So second down and 10 for MSU-Northern. And Dickinson State trailed 14-9 at halftime, but have rolled out a total of 21 unanswered points there in the second half to get a very comfortable lead now, 37-14 over MSU-Northern with 2:59 remaining to play in the football game. Again, ready. Maroney Long count this time. Out of the pistol, drops back, looking, scrambling. He's got some pressure, gets it out, got a man wide open on the sideline. Going to be hauled in and close to the first down marker, and then a good job that time by Shelton to fight through a tackle and pick up 11 yards on the play, and that is a first down on the completion from Maroney to Shelton, and it is first down number 11 for MSU-Northern, and they move the chains on that 11-yard pickup. So 1st and 10, lights quickly up to the line of scrimmage at the 45 of Dickinson State, trailing 37-14 to the Blue Hawks. Maroney back to pass, a lot of new people in for the Hawks. They get it out in the flat again and trying to break a tackle, but not too far, and the ball down on the ground, but falling right on top of it. That time is Shelton, so that'll be a pickup on the play of 7 on the reception, and it will bring up a 2nd down and 3 for MSU Northern at the 39 of Dickinson State. I think MSU Northern is maybe going to take a timeout, or no? Oh, yeah, they are, because they'll have this timeout and then the 2-minute timeout, so they'll burn the timeout right now and then take advantage of the 2-minute timeout. They'll take their 2nd time out of the ball game. 2:06 left to go in this one. Dickinson State 37, MSU Northern 14. We're back in 30 seconds.
Big Boy Toys.
Advantage of the timeout, 2 timeouts they had left, so they took 1, and then of course get the 2-minute timeout after this play. So they're looking at a 2nd down and 3 at the 39 of Dickinson State, trailing 37-14. Again, ready to go to work. Maroney at quarterback. He'll drop back. Here comes some pressure. Again, scrambling away. Now he's going to tuck it. Now he's going to run with it. And he'll get out of bounds as time goes under 2 minutes, a minute 58, but he'll get out of bounds with a first down. Needed 3, got 4 on the rush, and it'll bring up first down and 10 for MSU Northern. Their 12th first down. We go to the 2-minute timeout. Dickinson State leads 37-14 on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. We'll come back in, let's wait and see. What do we got? We got a flag down, okay. I did not see the flag across the way. So 15-yard penalty again against MSU Northern.
Fans, we would like to wish a good luck to the Dickinson State men's and women's.
So we'll take a timeout, a 1-minute timeout. We go to the final 2 minutes of this one, a minute 58 left to go. Dickinson State 37, MSU Northern 14. Back in 1 minute.
Looking for a turnkey business with a proven track record? For over 50 years, our family has helped yours feel right at home with quality furniture, trusted brands, and a service that always came with a smile. Now it's time to pass the torch. Our family-owned furniture business is for sale, including all inventory, delivery trucks, and a loyal customer base. This is your solid opportunity to own a piece of history that is built on decades of care. Call 483-5108 and ask how you can own a piece of family tradition and keep the comfort going.
At Infinity Real Estate Group, we go to great lengths to find the answers to most any questions our clients may have. We strive to do our best to personalize your buying or selling experience with firsthand knowledge.
I really love Dickinson. How is the weather here in North Dakota?
You know what? It's amazing. We can have all 4 seasons in 1 week. When it's time to choose the team to represent you with all your real estate needs, choose Infinity Real Estate Group. Experience the Infinity way.
Infinity Real Estate Group.
MSU Northern, after the penalty, put the ball back about to the 45-yard line. Maroney back to pass, airs it out. He's got a man wide open at the 20-yard line. And stepping out of bounds is Shelton, who hauls it in at the 20 and then steps out of bounds at the 18. So that'll be a 27-yard pass completion for MSU Northern. You said the Hawks in the 4th quarter have used a lot of new people defensively, as they have brought in all kinds of folks to get everybody a chance to play. in this football game. They haven't had this big a lead since they played MSU-Northern back in early September, so some young men getting a chance to go to work here. First down and 10, 13th first down, so the Hawks go back to defense. MSU-Northern back to offense, first and 10 at the 18 of DSU for the Lights, who have moved from their own 30 to the 18. Maroney again ready, dropping back, looking in the end zone, going deep down there. It's going to be caught but out of bounds, so the pass incomplete. Trying to get it out there that time.
The Maroney pass is incomplete. Intended for Aaron.
Aaron's the intended receiver, and it goes incomplete. And it'll bring up a second down situation for MSU-Northern. Second and 10 at the 18 of DSU. Ninth play of this drive for MSU-Northern, one of their longer drives of the football game. 1:45 left to play on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. Dickinson State 37, MSU-Northern 14. Again, back to pass. Maroney, some pressure, fires deep. He's got a receiver down there. Can he catch up with it? Nope, overthrown out of the end zone. Got behind again, as you said, all kinds of new people by program getting to work up here. I think that was Johnny McCluskey back on the coverage that time. Let's double check it for you. But it was covered up by Dickinson State. Incomplete, and that'll bring up a third down and 10 for the Lights at the 18 of Dickinson State. Number 46 back on the coverage for Dickinson State, that for the Blue Hawks looks like maybe Hunter Davis back there on the coverage for Dickinson State. Well, going wide to the far side, a guy that's had a nice series here, Shelton catching the football. Let's see if they look to him again. Low snap. Maroney tucks it. He's going to try and run with it. Did he get first down yardage? I don't think so, but let's wait and see where they spotted down at. And put the ball down. He got inside the 15, got down to about the 10, down to about the 9, about a yard shot. So let's give Maroney a pickup of 9 on the play for MSU-Northern. And it'll bring up a fourth down and 1 for the Lights. So 4th and 1 at the 9 for MSU-Northern. Minute 34, he got out of bounds, so he rolled to his left, looking to pass, didn't say anything, saw some seam, and he took that seam for a 9-yard pickup. So Maroney again has Williams in the backfield, long count. He rolls to his right, comes to his right, throws to the flat. He's got a receiver out there at the 5, inside the 5 to the 4, enough for first down yardage. That'll be a pickup of 5 on the play for the Lights, and coming up with the catch is Wolstad on a 5-yard pickup on the reception. 14 now of 27, 150 yards, 1 touchdown, no interception. For MSU-Northern, their 14th first down. So first and goal for the Lights. They're trying to salvage a drive with some points here to put some points on before they head back to Havre, trailing by a score of 37-14. Maroney will bring them up. They are at the 3-yard line. The clock down to a minute 26 and counting. They go straight ahead. Williams on the carry. He gets into the end zone. That's a touchdown. So Williams will score on a touchdown run of 3 yards for MSU-Northern. The 3-yard touchdown run makes it a 37-20 ball game with the PAT attempt upcoming. So a nice drive by the Lights as they go a total of 12 plays, 70 yards to score. As Dickinson State, again, as you mentioned, this fourth quarter, a lot of new folks in there getting some experience trying to stop the Lights, but could not. And MSU-Northern with a nice job of running the offense by Maroney and some good catches by Shelton. And on the drive, and a couple of nice runs by Maroney, and they get into the end zone. Williams gets credit for it. They'll go for 2 points, and I don't think they got it. Nope, they did not. So the 2-point conversion, no good. And Dickinson State will settle in for a 37-20 lead as we head to the final 90 seconds of this one. 80 seconds, I should say. Dickinson State 37, MSU-Northern 20. We'll come back and tell you about the final 80 in this one in 1 minute on KDIX, KPQX FM in Havre, and Consolidated in Dickinson Television. Back. Let's make it a 30-second make. Back in 30 seconds.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here.
Back with you You're talking about penalties for Dickinson State in the first half. MSU-Northern's had a boatload of them here in the second half. Hawks almost all theirs in the first half. MSU-Northern, 12 penalties today for 136 yards in this football game. About 4 of them have been unsportsmanlike conduct penalties here in the second half. Dickinson State leads it. MSU-Northern, just a nice drive here. And the final drive from them offensive, they'll have the onside kick. Or I shouldn't say final drive. They might try to get the onside kick. If they get it, they'll have some time maybe to work the offense again. Doing the kicking for MSU-Northern, Litzinger. So Litzinger will do the honors. He's got it teed up. Here it comes. There's the hands people. Who's going to come up with it? Dickinson State falls on top of it. Looks like Clark over there on top of it for Dickinson State.
The Litzinger kickoff is returned by Samaj Clark. And down.
Well, Dickinson State will take over and probably, well, let's see, MSU-Northern out of time. Well, we'll have one timeout remaining. So I guess if MSU-Northern wants to stop it, the Hawks can just take 3 knees and settle in for the victory here, but we'll see what happens on the CHI, St. Alexius South scoreboard. Again, Dickinson State trailed 14-9 at halftime. Reeled off 28 unanswered points to get that lead to 37-13, and now MSU-Northern, or 37-14, excuse me, and then MSU-Northern scoring here in the final 90 seconds to close the gap to 37-20. There's the handoff straight ahead. We got a new running back in there for the Hawks, and that is...
Dawson's are up on the carry for a gain of 5 yards. Makes it a 2nd and 5.
That'll be a short pickup on the play for Dickinson State. Bring up 2nd down and 5 for the Blue Hawks. Again, the Hawks just letting the clock wind down, as we said, not a big hurry. Again, just a short game that time. Again, ready to go to work. Grovem hands it off again, just straight ahead. And not a whole lot doing for Dickinson State on the carry that time. I know that's not Jeremiah Gillick, it's number 35.
Makes it a 3rd and 5.
Well, that'll be no pickup, no loss on the game play, and that will bring an end to the football game as Dickinson State will snap that 7-game losing streak, or 6-game losing streak, avoiding a 7-game losing streak. MSU-Northern goes to a 4-game losing streak, and the Blue Hawks come out of here with a victory at home on Saturday. It's turned into a beautiful November afternoon here in Dickinson as MSU-Northern falls to Dickinson State University by a margin of 37-20. We'll come back with our post-game show on Consolidated TV, Channel 18 across western North Dakota, KDIX 1230 AM, FM 100.7, and worldwide at www.kdix.net. We'll come back also on KPQX FM in Havre, and we'll also come back on the YouTube Blue Hawk Athletic Network here in Dickinson. We'll be back to tell you all the final numbers, our scoring summary, and our post-game show comes your way after this. Well, let me take a look here. We're going to take a 2.5-minute timeout.
The Hub in North Dickinson is more than your ordinary convenience store. From Godfather's Pizza and the Hub Cafe to gourmet coffee, tea, and more. Stop by early for breakfast or grab something to go. We carry a variety of donuts that we make fresh every day. If your vehicle is dirty, we now have a state-of-the-art car wash at both locations. Stop in and see what we have to offer at the Hub located on North Highway 22 or the Hub West Dakota Oil on East Villard in Dickinson. We're changing the way people think about the convenience store industry.
Saving money feels impossible when you're young, but Western Cooperative Credit Union is here to help. Our CU's Succeed program gives you monthly interest payments, free checking, easy and secure online banking, and a 1% discount on a one-time loan. Plus, earn cash for being on the honor roll with our Good Grades program. Get started today at WCCU.org, Western Cooperative Credit Union. Join the herd. Visit us today. Federally insured by NCUA.
West Dakota Oil and Fitterer Oil Company proudly offers products and services that help fuel our customers' lives with clean burning propane and bulk fuel and convenient on-site delivery with premium farm and road fuels. We provide energy where and when you need it most. with locations throughout southwest North Dakota. West Dakota Oil and Fitter Oil Company. Locally owned, locally strong. The products you need with the service you deserve.
Rooted in the heart of our vibrant communities stands Bravera Bank, offering complete financial services for banking, wealth management, and insurance. From home loans and checking accounts,
Let me tell you about the cashback rewards with this account.
to wealth management, we'll help you forge your path ahead.
Let's create a plan to reach your financial goals. Sounds great.
With specialty insurance coverage, our advisors ensure your operation can carry on.
Looks like it's going to be a great harvest.
Welcome everyone on KDIX Dickinson, KPQX FM and Haber, Consolidated TV. Good to be back with you in the post-game show. Again, the final 37-20, Dickinson State wins it. Blue Hawks trailed 14-9 at halftime and then proceeded to reel off a total of 28 unanswered points to open up a 37-14 lead midway and late through the fourth quarter. MSU-Northern put a drive together down the final 3 minutes, got into the end zone, missed the two-point conversion, and our final score read 37-20. Dickinson State, with the victory now, improves on the season to 3-6, and they go to 1-4 in the Frontier. MSU-Northern drops to 1-8, does MSU-Northern overall, and they go to 0-5, and makes that 0-4 in the Frontier. They have 2 games remaining in the Frontier. Dickinson State just won. Dickinson State, the 15th of November is the final week of regular season play, and the Hawks have 2 byes. They had it early and they have it late. They do not play the final week of regular season, so that's the reason the Hawks are 1-4, MSU-Northern 0-4. Scoring summary, Dickinson State got on the board first, a safety after being stopped at the goal line 3 times, got into the defensive or offensive backfield and tackled Maroney. Wyatt Anderson, Ben Glasscock back in there for the safety, made it 2-0. Hawks got the kickoff back off the safety. Jace Freeze hit Jackson Simonson out of the backfield, 28 yards for a touchdown. The kick by Kaplan was good. That made it 9-0 at the end of the first quarter. That score coming 37 seconds. So 9 points for the Hawks, and MSU-Northern came back, went on a 14-0 run in the second quarter. It was set up in the second quarter by MSU-Northern. Ethan Maroney, touchdown pass, a nice catch by Aarons from Mason, hauled it in from Ethan Maroney, and it was for 30 yards. The PAT kick was good, and that made the score 9-7. Then Hawks got a first down, but a penalty erased it in MSU-Northern territory, pushed them back in their own territory, couldn't convert on 2 more downs, and then punted it, but Ty Nelson had the punt blocked by MSU-Northern. It was blocked by Wright and Crawford Terry. Terry picked it up at about the 25 and raced 25 yards into the end zone, and they hit the PAT, and that made it 14-9, MSU-Northern. And then the Hawks got it back in the final 3 minutes, drove down to the 2-yard line of MSU-Northern and went for the touchdown run with about 40 seconds left on 2nd and goal, and fumbled the ball at the 2-yard line, and that ended the first half threat for the Hawks, and MSU-Northern led 14-9 at halftime. But then Dickinson State went on a 28-point run beginning the second half. In the third quarter, Jace Freeze connected with Jackson Wicker for a 28-yard touchdown pass, and Dickinson State again hit the PAT, and that made the score at the time in favor of Dickinson State, 16-14. Then Freeze again hit Dossinger, who caught the ball and just turned in a tremendous catch and run for 21 yards, and got into the end zone and hit the PAT. That made it 23-14. That score coming with 4:39 left. And then to begin the fourth quarter, Dickinson State again got into the end zone. Hudson Grovem on a 3-yard touchdown run. The PAT kick good. That made it 30-14. And then, of course, the fourth quarter came. Dickinson State got the ball back late. Dawson Zuroff, they were playing a lot of new people, both offensively and defensively, in that fourth quarter were the Hawks. Dawson Zuroff got the handoff and rushed in from 44 yards out to score a touchdown. Kaplan hit the PAT, and that ended that 28-0 run for Dickinson State. They built the lead 37-14. MSU-Northern got a late touchdown. They put together a nice drive on their final drive of the football game, did the Lights, as they put together a 12-play, 70-yard drive, and Williams scored on the touchdown run. I actually gave it to Maroney, but we'll go with the official stats here. I thought it was Williams. They say it was Maroney, so we'll go with Maroney on the touchdown run. The PAT, two-point conversion, not good, and that made the final score 37-20 in favor of Dickinson State. How about the team numbers? Dickinson State, a big day offensively, nearly 500 yards in total offense for Dickinson State today. They rushed for a total of 261, 50 rushes for 261. Jace Freeze this afternoon hit on 13 of 19, 233 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception for a total of 223. The Hawks, 69 plays, 484 yards in total offense for Dickinson State. For MSU-Northern, 27 rushes for 79 yards. Maroney today throwing the football, 14 of 27 for a total of 148. MSU-Northern, 54 plays for 227 yards. First downs, Dickinson State, check this out, 24. MSU-Northern, 15. And for the turnovers, Dickinson State had 2 turnovers, had a pass intercepted, lost a fumble. On top of that, had a punt block that was turned into a touchdown for MSU-Northern. So those turnovers and mistakes hurt the Hawks a bit, took away a touchdown and gave a touchdown to MSU-Northern on the block. But MSU-Northern in the football game, again, did not have a turnover in the contest today. The red zone scoring, again, still a bugaboo for Dickinson State, but they did get 1 red zone touchdown. 1 of 4. MSU-Northern was 1 of 1. And on third down, Dickinson State efficient today, 50%, 5 of 10. MSU-Northern, 2 of 11, just 18%. Well, we told you about Maroney's passing numbers and Freeze's passing numbers. Let's look at the running numbers. And again, you're wondering why you're hearing Hudson Groveland and Jace Freeze. Marcus Sanders, the hot starting quarterback for Dickinson State, went out early in the ball game. First series for Dickinson State, took a shot to the upper body and looked like a concussion. They pulled him off. He was staggering. They took the helmet off, set it down, and got him out of the facility. So we hope he's okay. But again, he did leave the ball game and played, I think, two or three total plays, and then it was up to Freeze and Grovem to finish it off, and they did for the Blue Hawks. But rushing today for Dickinson State, Jackson Simonson, 13 carries, 62 yards. Caleb Riss, 7 for 50. Dawson Zuroff had a total of 4 carries for 55. Ty Dossinger, 9 for 44. Hudson Grovem had 14 for 42, so you can see a lot of guys carried the ball for Dickinson State today. Touchdowns belong to Zuroff for 44 yards. Again, a touchdown rushing in the ball game today for Grovem, and that was a short run of 3 yards and the 2 rushing TDs. Receiving for Dickinson State, well, they spread it out. 3 catches and a touchdown for Jackson Wicker, actually yardage leader, 3 for 57, a touchdown in the ball game. Caldron, 3 for 53. Simonson, 2 for 35 for a touchdown. Gage Gilbert, 2 for 23. Dossinger, 2 for 44, and a touchdown. And Samaj Clark, who was double-teamed and triple-teamed almost all day long, had a catch for 11 yards, but that opened up the passing game for Freeze and other receivers, and they took advantage of it today. On the defensive side for Dickinson State University, they were led today in the tackling department. They had a lot of folks in there. Chase Selly had a total of 5 total tackles. Dalton Tweet had 4. 3 total tackles for Stentoff in the ball game. Nathaniel Gillick and Trey Gary each had 3 total tackles in the football game today. There was 1 sack for Dickinson State. Gillick and Chase Selly combined on that quarterback sack, and they had a total in the ball game of tackles for loss today. In the ball game for Dickinson State, they had a total in the contest of 5 tackles for losses today in the contest for the Blue Hawks. And again, no fumble recoveries or no interceptions for the Blue Hawks. For MSU-Northern, they were led, great ball game by Braden Klein. He had a total of 13 tackles. He had a half a sack and a half a tackle for loss in the ball game. We had, again, for Dickinson State, the 1 Players Sports Bar and Grill sack today, and that was brought to you by Players Sports Bar and Grill. Great folks, great people, and a great time at Players Sports Bar and Grill. They brought you our DSU Blue Hawk sack attack today. So again, there's your final numbers in the ball game for Dickinson State and for MSU-Northern. Again, the final score, the Blue Hawks win it on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard, 37-20. We're going to keep it right here. We remind you, we'll keep it here too. We've got our play of the game for Dickinson State. That's going to be brought to you by the DSU Heritage Foundation. So I'll give KPQX FM and Haber a 30-second break, consolidated a 30-second break, and we'll come back with our play of the game for Dickinson State. We'll do it in 30 seconds.
Howdy, partner. This is Cowboy Clay with my trusty steed, Hercules. There's a new stop on the map, Cowboy Station in Killdeer, North Dakota. Whether you ride steel or saddle, Cowboy Station's got everything you need to fuel your rig, feed your crew, and fill your cup. Remember, y'all, don't forget to come on down to Cowboy Station, where we have everything you need for the trail ahead.
Well, back with you. Sorry, Tristan. I was going to go to the Heritage Foundation spot. You went to player of the game. We'll come back to that. We got that in, so we'll go to the player of the game. But I got to get this spot in. Are you a Dickinson State alumni looking to give back to your alma mater or stay up to date on events taking place at Dickinson State? Contact the Dickinson State Heritage Foundation. They provide scholarships for students, events for alumni throughout the year, and strives to be the premier support for the university's global learning environment. Interested in learning more? Contact the team at 701-483-2486 or visit the DSU Heritage Foundation. Hawks are up. Our play of the game, well, it was a play that Dickinson State set up, and it was a score that was at time 14-9. It was a pass completion to Jackson Wicker for 28 yards at the 11-11 mark of the third quarter, and that began a 28 unanswered point run for Dickinson State and made the score 16-14 at the 11-11 minute mark, and the Hawks never looked back, reeling off 28 unanswered points and winning it by a final of 37-20. That is our play of the game from the DSU Heritage Foundation. Our player of the game, you just heard from our good friends at ND Pharmacy. They bring you our player of the game. And our player of the game, I'm going to look down the list here. Thank goodness, not anybody real spectacular except for one guy. He had to come in and fill in for the starting quarterback, Marcus Sanders. Jace Fries did a heck of a job today. The young man out of Grant County High School, out of Elgin, North Dakota, came in 13 of 19, 3 touchdown passes, and 1 interception. He threw for 223 yards and propelled Dickinson State to the victory, snapping a 6-game losing streak and giving the Blue Hawks their first win of the conference season, the East Division season in the Frontier Conference, 37-20. So Jace Fries, our player of the game. Tristan Sturr back at the studio. That young man, you did a heck of a job today, Tristan, keeping Jimmy Down, Mike Renner cruising in Kildare, keeping me going here at the back, and we hope you enjoyed our coverage on KPQX FM in Haber, on Consolidated Television. Trace Wells and that great crew at Consolidated always do a super job on our television coverage across Southwest and Western North Dakota, and they did the same today. Thank you to those guys. Thank you to sponsors on all 3 of our outlets that were carrying the football game today. Without them, wouldn't be able to do it, and we appreciate their sponsorship. But again, from the back today, earlier today, by the way, Kildare, congrats to Andy Cook and the Cowboys. They have strung together a great season. They beat their rival Dickinson Trinity today to advance to the semifinals, and they'll host that game next Saturday. But again, today at the back, the Blue Hawks come away with the victory. Your final score, Dickinson State over MSU-Northern, 37-20. For all of our folks, from the engineers to the sponsors, I'm Rod Kleinyan. For those folks, have a great afternoon, and so long, everyone, from the Bijou Activity Center.